What's up, Big Mike? Hey, Big Mike, where's everybody, man?
Who knows? Hey, we are back. It's a Big Mike and LittleAnt production, the comic cinema crew, as you see up top.
Right.
But today there's no crew. We're giving you guys traditional, old school Big Mike and LittleAnt. We started this train, and today it's going to move along without the rest of the crew. Some are sick, prayers for them. Some are just not available. However, we're going to keep this thing going, man. As Anthony does with his stuff, as I do with my stuff. Unfortunately, things happen, but we're going to keep the show going. So what's going on, and how you doing this weekend, buddy?
I am good, man. It was a long weekend, had Friday off. Man, New Year's is here. It's the new year. I'm just excited for whatever 2022 throws at me, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty good myself, man. I know prayers for everybody. I feel like I get a text every day of one or two people who's catching COVID right now. So I just want to say a prayer for all of them. Hopefully everybody gets well. I'm good too. Had a good weekend. I actually went yesterday. I was so I don't know if you know this real quick. I don't know if you so the stupid Regal first of all, sometimes I love my Regal stuff, as you know, but their app is so stupid, as you know, right?
Terrible.
So my mom wanted to see the Spider-Man No Way Home, right? So I went on Friday to the theater with her to get her a paper ticket to go on Saturday. Remember, I can go for free. But the mom, let's go there and get you a ticket. Why not? Bro, they told me that you can't use the what's it called? Unlimited to get the ticket the same day. Got to be, I mean, for the following day. Got to be for the same day. You can only do for the following day on your phone or on the app. But if you go to the movie to get a ticket, it can't work. I said that's dumb. But on my app, I can get it for months out in advance.
Right.
Stupid. So couldn't do that. So I was so freaking mad about that. So the next day, same thing. Went in there with my mom to get her the ticket, and then while I was there, I was like, you know what? I want to see this movie. So I went to see an American Underdog while I was there, and she saw Spider-Man because she didn't see it. So kind of worked out for me. I like the movie I seen. So that was kind of most of my weekend or whatever. Dealing with that.
Well, here's the cool thing. I guess we still gonna merge this thing and make it a comic. Mike, help me.
Connoisseur?
No.
Comic Cinema Crew.
All right. I got caught up, but Big E is in the building.
Yeah, what's up,
Big
guys?
Hey, what's good, fam?
What's good?
So listen, technically you're not late because we just started. So we'll give you a pass today.
I got you.
Yo, I swear, I felt just like Mike, man. I woke up, I said, "Oh shit!"
I did. I definitely overslept.
Hey, yo, I did too. It's not you.
Yeah, it happens, bro. How you doing this weekend, though, bro?
Good, yo. Why everybody since this weekend? I realized everybody was getting sick. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
What the? My mom's friend just got sick. It's crazy out there. I don't know. They sprayed some in the air.
Well, hopefully the people who not just regular sick, right? But hopefully the people who have got COVID, hopefully they got Omicron because they said it's not as strong as Delta or the regular. So maybe that's the hope, but I don't know. I don't know. Just hopefully, the people recover faster.
I think real quick, and this is kind of like now that we're talking about this, you know what, Ant? We need an old school Big Mike and LittleAnt show.
We need an old school Big Mike and LittleAnt, bro.
We do. But real quick, I think a lot of it coming from a lot of Christmas gatherings and stuff like that, New Year's gatherings. Yeah. Like Dave said, not Dave, Chris said they had 10 people for Christmas. 4 of them got COVID. So I think a lot of that. I think once that time, like 2 weeks from now, you'll see less and less.
And here's the cool thing. The reason why you said 2 weeks makes so much sense. My school sent me a email and they said, listen, we're gonna do homeschool until the 14th. So they already know so many people. Plus the CDC is bringing down the time to go back to work. Like now they say 5 days. So I think the school is like, you know what? Give them 2 weeks. People would have had it. Would have got. It would no longer be contagious, and then let's bring people back. So yeah, you're right, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But all right, man, let's talk what we're here to talk about, man. Hawkeye, episodes 4 through 6. So we did episodes 1, 2, and 3. They're on our channel. So if you haven't seen those, please go back and take a look at that. And while you're doing that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and put that out there as well.
Right.
But we had to leave off because, I mean, it was Spider-Man, right? We had to stop. As much as we like Hawkeye, we had to stop Hawkeye for Spider-Man for a couple of weeks.
Of course.
Spider-Man took over the world. Spider-Man made over $1 billion right now, so we had to jump right in there. But Hawkeye still really good, man, and you definitely want to get back into that. So episode 4 is where we kind of left off at, and episode 4, you watched it more recent than we did, Anthony.
Yeah,
so
but last week though.
Yeah, last week. I think you watched episode 4 and 5 back to back, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So 4, I remember you said you didn't like that much. That was the episode where Yelena talks to Kate inside of her house. I remember.
Yeah.
And, I'm not gonna go scene by scene for these 4 and 5. I'm just gonna kind of like get into it. But Yelena talks to her inside of her house, makes the mac and cheese, have like the whole staring down. I remember that stuff happening. And that's the episode where is that the episode? I'm trying to think. What else happened in the episode? Anthony, help me out.
Yeah. Bring that because I'm.
Listen, I could bring it up, and I could just breeze through it real quick.
I do remember. Well, how you felt about the whole Yelena conversation?
I didn't for real. I didn't like that conversation because, I mean, it was a good conversation for the show, and they're good actors. But if you're really going up against a Black Widow, you think a Black Widow is saying all that? Natasha barely said anything, and Loki spilled out everything he knew.
Yeah, but the thing is, you gotta remember, Kate is like new into all this stuff, right? She don't know any difference to who she's talking to and how she's supposed to talk to him. And Yelena wasn't there to kill her, so And you gotta remember too, know your audience. This popcorn type,
to
make it like friendly, funny,
Yeah. And now I think about it, that might have been 5 now.
We're going to 4, right? I'm gonna go to 4. Yeah. And I'm just gonna tell you what scenes, and then we could just talk about it. Mike, usually this is in the back of your brain.
It's been a long time ago now,
bro. I know that's
happened. Yeah.
So, just real quick.
So episode 4 was probably a month ago now. Yeah.
4 was the roof fight, right? 4 was the roof fight.
4 was the roof fight, yeah. When we first saw Yelena. Now think about it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So okay, well let's talk about that. 4 was let's talk about the roof fight. How you felt about that, A? How about that?
I like that. I like the because remember we had this talk, guys, when I was saying I don't think Hawkeye's gonna croak it. I think Kate was gonna come in and cause a lot of distraction. And what she do? When he was on that roof, she came in and caused a lot of distraction. It was so much stuff going on. It was like 3 or 4 different fights going on up there. If I'm not mistaken, right? It was
well, first it
Echo.
was we'll start back. First it was Clint. And they went to Echo's crib, and he was trying to tell Kate, I'm gonna do it this way. Kate walks in, and they're in the crib, and then she finds the watch, and then Yelena pops up, and she's fighting Clint.
Yeah.
Echo is fighting Kate inside the house, and then and then Kate goes across to help Clint with Yelena. Then Echo comes over there, so
Echo comes right over there. It was a lot going on. I love that.
As I'm looking at this, remember I felt that this episode was kind of lackluster. As I'm looking through it, it was just a lot of talking. I guess one of the main points was when Hawkeye was in the car with what's the guy name?
Kazi.
So he was telling him, listen, let's drop this, let it go. If not, blah blah blah. I mean, and then he took his phone, threw it,
threw his gun away.
Yeah, his gun away. Sorry, his gun away.
It was a lot of exposition in episode 4. Yeah, he's right, leading up to that big rooftop scene where we finally revealed Yelena's in the show. And Josh just said that the moment where Yelena does a widow move, sending Kate over the roof attached to the harness, Clinton knew it was a widow. He thinks at that point. So, and I remember that too. I actually saw her attached to harness, so she didn't actually kill her, which I thought was pretty good.
I see
at that time. But I knew when she had the widow's bite, the electric things.
Yeah, the joint. She hit him right in the neck. Yeah, she hit him right in the neck with it or something.
Yeah. Well, first she hit Echo with it.
Yeah, she hit
Yeah, you
Echo
know
with
what's
that
crazy?
shit.
And that made it not look as powerful because I actually just seen Echo grabbed it and ripped it off. It held her to the ground a little bit
Yep, and ripped it off. Yep.
ripped it off. I'm
Now,
like, okay. I thought
now
that
we
you
saying
hit
it's
you
not
and
as
you'd be like,
powerful.
and just be out.
But listen, are we saying it's not as powerful, or are we making it think of Natasha's, because Natasha's had Avengers upgrades?
No, you know why? I think because she used it different. So this was more to hold you down, where Natasha usually hits you and it's like a taser.
A straight up taser, yeah.
This hit her and held her to the ground, and she was able to rip it off. You know,
Yeah,
so it was just
I got you. Yeah, the Widow's Bite. You know, I think it's dope. How y'all like? I mean, going back from the Widow movie, how do y'all like Yelena? I never asked you that, E, really, but
yeah, I like it. I like Elena in the Black Widow movie more than I even like Black Widow. Yeah. And I thought that was saying something. So I figured her next features in movies, she's probably gonna blow Romanoff out.
How you like her in this show? What she came in, Yelena?
Like I said, they made the character nicer, but like he said, it was for popcorn, and so I guess she had to be nicer going up against a kid anyway.
Okay, I got you. And we did talk about Echo on the roof as well. I was underwhelmed by Echo. How about you guys?
Yeah, me too.
You should feel like that though.
Oh yeah, maybe, but because when you guys was mentioning her, she was in comic books. I didn't know much of her, and so I thought she was going to be more of a menace. You know what I'm saying? But I think maybe they're pulling her down a little bit because
for Daredevil.
Yeah, and it looked like she's going to be have a big spotlight. Like she's going to
she got her own show coming out.
Well,
and,
right.
She's going to be a hero and not a villain. So.
And my point is that, I'll get to that later on. You know, I'm not going to ask that now. We saw episode 4. So the rooftop scene was kind of the biggest highlight, kind of like Anthony said. And that's really it on that whole episode. So what would you rate that episode, Anthony?
You know what's crazy, man? I was into this show. And for me, it tapered down at this episode. Even though Yelena came in, what it's shown me is that my interest in comic book movies, this isn't it. Like, they had this big battle. And I was like, oh, this should be cool. But I was kind of like, so nobody got superpowers, huh? So it's just my own, just me. It's just me. This is my own personal thing. I was like, all right. And you would think, he was like, bro, you got a Yelena in there. And which was cool because she's from a movie. I've seen the first introduction of her in a movie, which I'm like, wow, they got a movie character in the show, right? Other than that, it was just like, Clint was always one of the wackest ones anyway. So now I'm like, all right, I'm just watching the whack Avengers just banging. So I'm just saying, guys, don't kill me on this. But
I'm not. I get your point. I mean, I don't agree with it, but I get your point though. I feel like just when you see comic films, like you want see
superpowers.
Right, exactly.
It's like video games. I say this all the time, and people look at me like I'm crazy, and I'm gonna say it, and you're gonna look at me like crazy. Bro, Grand Theft Auto is whack. It's like the most basic game. Now it's the best-selling game of all time. But you don't do nothing you don't do in real life. I'm just gonna walk up and jump in this car and drive. I could go to work and drive my car. So I feel like same thing. It's a comic books, bro, in a video game. Doing something I can't do in real life. So, but other than that, the fight scene was cool, choreographed, really good. I just felt like and maybe if the episode was a little higher until that point, I would have liked the episode more. But the episode started off like this, and then the end took it up a little bit, but then it was just humans fighting each other. So for me, that episode went down, man. I'll give it a 6.
All right. Josh is right about Disney loves magic of Christmas. They're combining their biggest asset, the MCU, with Christmas. Guardians Christmas special next year as well. They're going for the bag. I'm not watching that, by the way. They're going to Christmas specials, letting y'all know.
What's that? Is it gonna be a movie?
No, it's like a
it's a cartoon, right?
No, it's a live action, but it's a Christmas special that they're doing.
Wait, they're gonna have the actors from the movie?
Wait, the actors from the movie are doing a live action Christmas show?
Yes, Guardians Christmas special.
Yo, that shit might be good, Mike. I'm telling you.
Well, I'm invested in Marvel. So like, anything Marvel do at this point, and if it connects to the MCU, I'm in it. It's like the Boba Fett thing. Because if I watch one thing, I gotta watch them all. So I watched The Mandalorian. I just didn't. It got better at the end, but now I don't want to get stuck in. If I watch another show, like if I watch Boba Fett now, I gotta watch them all. So I don't know. But then I heard it was only 30 minutes, so
It
it's an
is.
easy watch.
You might watch Mando season 3 before you watch Boba Fett.
Yeah,
You're already invested in the Mando.
Exactly. Yeah. How can I not watch that? But,
yeah, I got you. Rate the episode for me, bro. 1 to 10.
Episode 1 through 10, I'm gonna give it. See, I love that roof. The only thing I really loved was the rooftop fight. So, I'll give it like a 6, 7. I want to say 7 because of like I said, I really love Kate causing a whole mess up there.
Yeah, I think that a 6 is like a fair score for that. I think I'm gonna go with the same with you guys. I think the episode wasn't great, but they try to bring it back in the end. So what Anthony was saying about the powers, I mean, I'm cool with ground level heroes like Punisher or like even Daredevil to an extent. I mean, even though he has the superhero, he don't fight nobody with that. At least like in the show so far,
right.
I guess.
But I think when I watch Daredevil, it's more compelling because this dude is blind. So I'm watching it. He already got ability.
Yeah, it's still powers for him.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you realize he can't see, right? And it's like, damn, that's kind of cool.
What's up, Mr. Bro? Thanks for stopping by, bro.
What's up?
You know it.
And we got Crisco Jones in the building.
Yeah, my boy Crisco.
Steak and shake Frisco sandwich. Okay. Yo, Mr. Irwin always eating, yo. He always
eating. Then he's gonna start talking about AR glasses and VR glasses. We be like, yo, ain't nobody mentioned that at all. But you know,
Chinese food.
My God.
Oh, here you go, Ed.
Hold on, I contradicted myself, Your Highness. Why is that?
No, damn well you're not still.
Right, get him.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. But you obviously
shootouts in real life too. You see your ops in traffic, you blasting.
No, it's just it's a pretty basic game. Y'all can argue all you want, but it's just very basic. So
this more for the gaming channel, but I would love to see an argument about GCO on your channel. Anyway,
I won't even go far. It's just like as far as you can do in the game. I can grab a gun, shoot enemies, and drive a car, and that's it.
All right, so let's move on to episode 5, man, which was a little better than 4, obviously.
Yeah.
And in episode 5, like I said, Yelena was revealed at the end of episode 4, and Clint does tell Kate she's a widow, but also tells Kate, get her out, leave. Like I don't want you around because I don't want you to get hurt. Basically, is what he's saying. Right. She goes home and tells her mom that she does think that Jack is behind everything, and that he's a villain, and that he's with bad people. And her mom says, she'll take care of it. At the time, we do see Clint. He goes to stay at Grill's crib, right?
Well, that happened in episode 4. So that was all of the little stuff that happened in episode 4. Episode 5 starts off, which is kind of cool. It's called Ronin, but it starts off with Yelena going to meet the other widows, and then they hold down that other girl and she tells them, I'm not brainwashed anymore.
The blip.
Yeah,
the blip
right. She got snapped. Yeah.
Oh yeah. How you feel about that part?
I mean, that was cool because it was reminiscence of the Black Widow movie. Because in the Black Widow movie, they showed the whole widow thing, right? And so then in this is like, oh, wow, like they was talking more about all of that stuff. I thought it was funny that the girl was like, well, how did you get all this mansion and all this stuff? She was like, so I have to be under hypnosis or whatever they call it when they're widows to gain all of this stuff. And they had that funny little moment. But there was a good fight between the 3 girls.
Yeah, I mean, what I said did happen in episode 5, but it happened after this stuff about Kate going home, stuff like that.
Okay, that part.
Yeah. But E, how you felt about the whole part showing the blip, showing Yelena and the other widow? And all
I love that. I'm all for it when they go back to to what Thanos did and they show everybody. Yo, I love to see how he affected everybody's life. I guarantee they could show us some aliens on another planet and they went through the same shit. Like, oh man, I love that.
I think it was dope how she snapped away and came right back, but the whole house had changed. And it was like 5 years
for all
later.
of them, it was like seconds, right? For all of them, it was like
it was second,
Yeah.
and it was like 5 years later, and that she came out and by then, of course,
that was cool.
Her sister was dead and stuff.
Yep.
And the lady had like a new husband and a kid and everything by the time. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It always makes you think like, what would happen if you did just leave somewhere and come back 5 seconds later, but it's
Mike,
5 years later.
That's the only part I'm gonna ride with you. All right, E, let's not roast him real quick, but I will ride with you, Mike. That's what made Manifest cool in the beginning.
Yes.
So much so that I actually had a question about it on the Sandy Anthony.
You did.
I will say, but
but Manifest had a good beginning.
Okay, we can leave it at that. Had a good beginning.
Stop right there. We stop right there. My man powers. All right, and let's not get him. But that is cool though. The blip and E, you got a point, bro. Imagine if they could make a show called like What Happened with the Blip, and they just show everybody, bro. Planet,
man, that should be lit. It'd be lit. That shit caused so much destruction. It'd be lit, man.
Imagine if that was like your house and you went to the bathroom and got snapped, and you came out to a different house, but your wife got a different husband now or something.
Right? You like what the? Hey,
because your emotions was 5 seconds ago.
Right.
So, it ain't no like E said. It ain't no understanding.
No, there ain't no understanding. You're not understanding that.
You ain't even gonna notice that her hair was changed different.
Nope. You're not even gonna notice her wrinkles or nothing. You're not gonna see none of that extra stuff. Nah. You gonna just go right into defense.
I got one better for you. How about you come out the bathroom, snap, and your wife is having sex with the dude?
Hey, Mike, why you gotta do that, Mike?
What happened?
Why you gotta do that, Mike? Damn, man, I gotta go to jail and I was gone for 5 years.
Right. You was gone for 5 years. You better go.
Hey, I'm about to get another 5 years.
Right. Yo, I don't even think I'm speaking English at that point.
When everybody see me, it's gonna be 10 years now.
Right.
I'm get 5, and I'm about to do another 5.
Right. And dude, like, yo, this is my wife. Yo, it'd be so crazy.
Right? It'd be crazy, yo.
Yeah.
Cause you'll be looking at him like,
you know what?
Yo, wife, nigga.
Hold on. You know what else would be crazy? If this universe just merged and woo!
Hey!
What's up, boys?
What's up,
Chris?
Sorry I missed it. My parents were trying to figure out how a TV works,
Hey, you're here now. You're here. Look, he just came out the blip. Chris just came out.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just got snapped back.
I was actually asking them, Chris, about you're right on time. That episode 5 where they showed where Yelena was not to snap back. Just that whole first scene, man. How dope that was. How you felt about that one, man?
I thought that was an interesting perspective on being snapped in and out, seeing it from that viewpoint. You know what I mean? Just chilling in the mirror and then you're back, just like nothing happened. That must have been so weird for everybody. And then imagine 5 years have passed. It
was crazy about that. Nobody paid attention to Spider-Man when he was saying that shit. When he straight up told Tony Stark, yo, I don't know what the hell was going on. I didn't feel good. I disappeared, and boom, I was back. And Doctor Strange
did
like,
they
everybody needs
explain why he blipped so slowly, though?
Yeah, they said it was because his powers. His powers was because he felt it before the rest of them, I honestly think, if I'm not mistaken, because he was like, oh, he was like, oh, I don't feel so good at all.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was so we're doing 5 and 6, right? The last 2 episodes.
Well, we're on 5 and 6, but we're not.
You actually came just in time. Yeah, you came good time.
We kind of rated 4 because.
And what did happen in 4? Could you give us your rating for 4?
4? I mean, there are 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
4 was the roof fight. The roof fight.
The roof fight.
Yeah, that's really all that happened in 4. But
yeah. You know what? Like I said, Hawkeye surprised me, man. Hawkeye was really, really good. I would give 4 a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. All right, so we talked about the blip part, which was crazy. Then we get to Kate being at home.
To her mom.
talking to her mom. Her mom trying to nurse her up and stuff like that, and then that's when she finally reveals to.
Yo, I forgot I called that. Yeah, let me take my Dave credibility right now.
Her mom that she thinks Jack is evil or whatever behind everything, and her mom said she'd take care of it. And then, like I said, Hawkeye goes to Grill's crib. I like Grills, by the way.
Yeah, I did too. I was so happy Grills ain't comic book it.
Mike, right after the scene, she talked to her mom. Is the scene where what do you call dude again? That's working with Echo.
Kazi.
Yeah, Kazi is talking to Echo. Is right after Kazi. Is that scene next?
Okay, yeah. Kazi's talking to Echo about letting it go, right? About letting everything go. Yeah, about everything go and stuff. And then Hawkeye goes to Grills, but then we get after that Kate right at the house, and Yelena's there going back to her house. Yeah, her apartment. Yep. How you feel about the whole thing, Chris? We got to talk about that a little bit already. But the Kate and Yelena.
That whole part deserves a series of its own, right? Her and Yelena, the way they connected, man. I had a smile on my face the whole time.
I get that she gets her Black Widow now. Like I get that, but I feel like what you call is a little bit older than her. So Kate having a Black Widow doesn't really form with me, like Hawkeye having a Black Widow friend.
Why not? I mean, she ain't that much older. I feel like.
Nah. I guess Kate
where do you
like
see
a baby
friend? Where do you see friend? Like I don't see friends in that.
Because I feel like Disney likes to mirror stuff, so I feel like they're trying to mirror the Hawkeye and Black Widow relationship.
Don't get too caught up in what you think. Let's just go on what happened, because I feel like he was her friend. He was just like, listen, I'm trying to get some answers. I don't want to hurt you. So there was no friendship in that. It was more like a buddy.
She got punched in the face and she hit the.
You know what though? But like,
that's friendship. She got the shock face. She didn't go into beast mode and beat her back up.
She just she did on the elevator and she pushed all the buttons, bro.
Right.
That was so much fun, that she's beneath her as far as
true.
She can't.
All right, I give you that. But mark my words. We might see them two again.
Here's my only thing, Chris. My only reason why I'm not so like I know what you're saying. It was great on screen with them, but now it's starting to really feel like the Christmas. And I mean, I guess it's a great show to end the year off, but I feel like that's not. And it comes down to your individual taste, right? E-Money look crazy when I say Grand Theft Auto is the most basic game, but it's your individual taste. So exactly, Chris is like, what?
Right.
Did you say basic?
Basic, he said.
Yes.
No, it's a genre of its own, bro.
Yo, I told you, Ant, you need to have a whole show about this, yo. You've been funny.
Yes.
No. Because let's keep rolling.
Anyway, so I would just want to say, Chris, for me, I felt like Yelena and her is now watering the show down, kind of. I'm like, all right, now y'all really trying to. I mean, the show's almost over and it's Christmas time, so they're doing a great job at making it like.
You know what?
Somebody, I said you could watch this show and feel like it's a Christmas thing.
But they're about the same age though, right? Yelena and Kate.
I don't think so.
No, I think Yelena's older. Got to be older, yeah, because she's been a widow for a while now and stuff like that. I mean, Kate's 22. You know. I would say Yelena's closer to 30, maybe 28 or something like that. But okay, I get all your points to kind of stay quiet there. But that scene right there in the house, I didn't feel it was more like a Christmassy buddy. But I felt like that was like Yelena, like you said, interrogating her and letting her know. Because remember, she kept saying her name, Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Like I know who you are. I know who your family is. I know more than you think I know. And she was telling her, and you saw the pain, how she missed her sister, and she really didn't believe Hawkeye is a hero. And stuff like that. So I thought that whole scene was perfect. I'm with Chris on that, man. I love that in the house.
Can we just say Yelena's beautiful?
Right. Yes,
we can.
Yes. I love you so much.
Yes, we can.
Yo, when she caught the sriracha, I said, "Oh man, this girl's beautiful."
Hello. She said, "Hi there." Yeah, hi.
Her accent, like, is that her real accent?
Nah.
Okay. Where's she be singing and all that? She sounds. I want to say she sounds like she's from like one of them spots like Colorado, one of them Wisconsin.
Is she American? Yeah.
Yeah, she's American. Yeah.
That Russian was pretty good.
It was. It was. I'm telling you, it was better than Natasha's. It was better than Natasha's, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we get that scene, and she leaves out the window. What's next, Aunt? Remind me
Let's
after.
do this.
I think.
This was a couple, I get it, Mike. This was a couple weeks ago, man.
And I saw Spider-Man.
It's your spot, Mike.
And I saw Spider-Man twice.
Your boy's at Grill's house. Your boy's at Grill's house.
Oh yeah, okay. Now he's at Grill's house and does
the dog.
Yeah. And doesn't Kate show up there too? I'm not Kate. Kate show up there too.
I thought she did.
Yeah. Kate.
He walks in the door. Yeah,
she goes up there. See, it's coming back. Yeah. And then Kate goes up there. And
does she have pizza in her hand?
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're eating pizza, and the dog's there.
Oh, the dog's there. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Hold on. Let's see. We got a comment here from Josh. Do you think it was appropriate to Kate wanting superhero crush Clint? Spending so much time together alone. I don't agree. Chloe, I think Chloe. Let me see. I hope Chloe can hear me. I think Chloe's stretching it. I think it was more like a mentee aspect.
Yes. It was no type of romance. Zero.
Yeah. Mentor, mentee.
More of a father figure.
Or
the mentorship.
Just like I felt no romance between him and Natasha the whole time. It was that was more of a friendship.
Yeah, this was student teacher.
Yeah, the whole time. And Laura knew about it. He kept calling her frequently about what was going on. It's not like he was hiding it from her, something like that. And I think that was put in there maybe for a reason as well. Like, let him have him call his wife all the time and stuff. So yeah, I think Chloe's stretching it. But we'll talk about her about that later. Anyway, Clint sent Kate to the what did he send her at? To the did he send her somewhere, Anthony?
Yeah, they took
the LARPers, right?
Yeah, like they had two missions. Like he went to do his thing, but real quick, right after that is when swordsmen get arrested.
Yeah,
that was a quick scene, but yeah, he was calm about it. He was like,
you know what's crazy? Were you guys disappointed in the fact that he really was just a goofy guy? Like he really was.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt that from the beginning, man. That this guy had no clue what was going on, and I love how they kept it like that.
I thought he was going to be a bad guy, but I also had an eye on her mom. And for me, it was more sinister to be her mom. It's just that was better for me.
Yeah, I agree.
It was better. I agree with you, Anthony. I think it was a little bit disappointing. Maybe he should have had he really was just a dumb dude.
This one should have happened, though.
Who happened to be good with
swords. And we didn't even talk about this. You know why? Because it was so long. When we all left off on episode 3, remember? Mm-hmm. The sword was to Clint's neck. Now, we took so much time away. We were always like, oh, they about to have a fight.
Yeah.
And the episode started. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, come on. Now, if we got a little fight with them, we probably been more okay with his character.
Yeah.
And that he wasn't the bad guy.
And Clint wound up just like sneakily taking the sword. He didn't like have to fight for it. It's his sword and stuff like that. So I think that was the problem.
So he was just basically the fall guy the entire time.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
he's just the fall guy. I mean, he was good comic relief, I guess you could say, for the person that he was. But I feel like Marvel dropped the ball here a little bit. They could have made it a little, I don't know. I felt like it was lazy writing to me.
You know what? Only thing I'll say about him is to keep the mystery. I'm glad Marvel did it. One scene when she tried to stab him in the face, and out of nowhere, he just like. So at least to let you know he's legit on some sense.
Yeah,
and that's the mystery you'll always have to have in the back of your head about.
Yeah. Marvel, if I notice on all these shows, is even if they got to go away from the comics per se, they'll give you a misdirect. They try to make you think something's happening when it's not happening a lot.
Yeah.
So Kate does go to see the LARPers, at the time, and then where does Clint go? Clint goes. He
goes to the memorial and was reading the thing about
How great was that scene, Chris?
Yeah, that was that hit you in the feels for sure.
Yeah, he took the hearing aid out. He's talking to Natasha about what he got to do.
Yeah,
I thought that was so dope, and that's the same place where they all met for the first time, the memorial. And you see all the names there, the Tonys, Thor, all. Oh man, I was living in the film. Like if you love Avengers and been watching this since the beginning, like just that right there, like Chris hit you in the feels a little bit, man.
Yep.
And then after that, he goes and talks to his wife. I remember he gets the suit from his locker, the Ronin suit, and then what happened?
he shoots the arrow.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, he shoots the arrow inside your boys, Chris, the bros truck. You said bro, those guys,
bro.
bro, and then it tells Echo to meet him at the spot they first met at, which is the same garage where he did. I mean, I thought he didn't, but he actually did kill her father and stuff like that. How surprised were you about that, Chris?
Not really, I guess.
Okay.
Ronin was Ronin, bro. There was no,
there
was no middle ground with Ronin when he was, over in overseas and killing mobsters and everything like that. Ronin was Ronin. I had no doubt in my mind that he was the one who did that to her dad.
Wow. See, I thought it was something different in the suit, but nothing threw me off for that one. But then we get to fight, man, with Echo and Clint. How you like that, Anthony, bro?
I mean, listen, the fights was cool, man. I didn't have any problem with the fights at all. I just felt that, they was just, what do you call it again? Lower level, or what do you call it? Street level. Street level. So, it was cool. I mean, for this show, the show is street level anyway. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I'm looking, is reminding me that
they
street
were level as opposed to what?
As opposed to superpowers.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yep,
Yeah.
I got you.
That's cool. So as I'm remembering, as I'm looking at it, is this when they was all gonna try to get him? But it was cool looking that people were getting it was like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Sorry guys.
Not a problem, man. One dude got dragged under the car. Everybody's getting yanked.
Yeah, man. Keep going. Yeah.
How you felt about that whole last part with Ronan and taking
Why do they do that? Why do they do that like horror movies where they drag the people underneath the car and they're like, ah!
Looking out.
Like, come on, bro.
That's just how stealthy he works.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand stealth, but it does look like, like a demon is grabbing him. And
but the only silly thing, is that she was still standing. Oh, wait, you know what? I forgot she can't hear. Because I'm like, she ain't hear nobody scream. That's right. People getting dragged. And I'm like, oh, that's right.
She didn't hear it.
Yeah,
she didn't hear it. That's why. Yeah.
That's funny.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's crazy. But the fight scene with Echo and Ronan, what do you think?
Oh, I thought that was I mean, Hawkeye's a beast.
Yeah.
You talking about that fight, right?
Yeah, they're fighting at the car lot.
Hawkeye's a beast, so I honestly feel like shouldn't nobody be able to really get up with him hand to hand unless it's somebody like Daredevil or unless it's somebody like Punisher, maybe. This guy's been around the Avengers for too long.
Yeah,
I agree.
He's dangerous. He's like, you know what I mean? He's dangerous. He should know what to do when to do it with regular people like nothing.
So as I'm watching it now, I'm like, bro, they was banging. Yeah, this was actually the choreograph was really good. She at one point she threw a kick and he pulled back and she flipped and landed
So he's thinking what I'm thinking. Josh thinking what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, that's a good point here.
So Josh,
this is where the Hawkeye. Yeah.
Hey, how on earth can Kate fight these career criminals with guns? Well, first of all, the bros are like idiots anyway. But
yeah, they were idiots. They made sure they gave her
if she had Black Widow
squad.
I ordered that shirt, by the way, Mike. I'm getting that Trust the Bros t-shirt.
That's cool.
Yeah, but you got to remember, she still is. So here's the thing.
It's their moving logo. Trust the Bro.
Oh,
go ahead.
Trust the Bro.
Go ahead. I was saying the same thing you about to say. Go ahead.
Look, I got my shirt too. All right. Here's the thing. She is a high level. Oh yeah, E. My wife got me this for Christmas a year ago, and I
like that shirt
the day after Christmas. But it's the logo for my channel.
When you get the and now your mama knows tattoo on your arm.
The
logo. He's never doing that.
Yeah. So
shit.
But you guys got to remember though. Because Mike, I have no tattoos.
Right.
None.
No.
Man, I'm covered.
I like your spider on your hand, though, bro.
He's straight edge, man.
Oh yeah. I bet you ain't noticed one thing on that spider though.
What's that? It say Tom Holland on it.
The reflection on.
No, it's Africa in there. Yeah, I just caught it. That's cool.
Tom Holland.
That's cool.
He killing me with that shit.
That's gonna say I love Tom on the bottom of the
right? Hey, bro, why you didn't get Wakanda in there? but real quick, the cool thing with y'all gotta remember Kate. Kate is still a high level martial artist. The average person walking on the street to go up against a black belt or whatever, dude, it's not. So those little dudes with the guns, I get it, they got guns, right?
But
in the realm of you running up on them. And,
you know what's really weird though? She was with Hawkeye for all of a weekend, pretty much in this series, right? So she went from just being a well-known archer who can fight to doing all this stuff, like almost surviving Yelena,
right?
And then she faces the Kingpin
Chris,
at the end, and
Chris,
I think she was too overpowered.
Chris, she didn't almost survive Yelena. Yelena wasn't trying.
Yeah, Yelena
told her, if I wanted to kill you, you would have been dead.
You'd have been dead.
Yeah.
So, all right, before we jump ahead too much to episode 4, let's rate episode 5. That's kind of how it ends there. With Kate shooting the arrow and saving Clint, not really saving him, but helping Clint out, I would say at that particular time. And then they running away, and then I believe in the what happened at the we're in the car, right?
Here's real cool is that's when Echo kind of figures that what's the dude's name again? Damn it, Kazi is bad.
Right. So she saves Clint, and then she goes and talks to Kazi. She really knows that he's bad. Kate and Clint get the lift, and stupid stuff like that bothers me. Like
because why was Kazi bad again? Wait.
Kazi was the one who hired Clint basically to kill her dad. But
he was following orders though, right?
Well, yeah, but still, but he's been so close to her. He could have told her.
Right. Like, come on, man.
Really? You think? I mean, we all know how Kingpin's supposed to be. So you think he's gonna tell her?
Well, you know what happened? Honestly, is Kazi misread the
backfired.
No,
he was trying to dip into her jacuzzi too, and he killed her dad.
Yeah, that's
I thought it was opposite. Actually, I thought Kazi misread the room. Kazi thought they was close where Echo wanted him, like on because remember she was talking about them being together and stuff like that at the end of it. So I thought Kazi misread the room. He had like a friendship vibe. They were very close. Where she was like, "Nah, I want to be my wife."
I thought they were something the whole time, like, but they
weren't.
They didn't.
Nah, they weren't. He misread it. He did misread it. If it was like that.
Yeah, he is.
Well,
right. He follows orders. It's simple. The man followed the orders. He's not going to tell her like, "Oh, let me break it down." And you're my friend. I got to go get your dad set up by Kingpin. Because what's she going to do? She's going to go to Kingpin anyway. Even if he say something to her and look at Kingpin all crazy, start talking to him all fast, trying to fight him, and Kazi's going to be left in the wind and get killed anyway.
It's misreading the room. Because I remember the end of this episode, Clint kept saying the big guy, right? And we saw the cufflinks episode 2 and the Fat Man's Auto. I think Marvel got to stop trying to do these big reveals that we know are coming. And just like from the beginning, like, yo, Kingpin's here. Like, I feel like they try to do all this setup, but it's stupid because we already know that. Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah.
Anyway, let's rate episode 5. And what you got, bro?
I'm gonna give it a 7. It was a little step above episode 6. Episode 6, I gave it a 6. Episode 5, episode 4, I gave it 6. Episode 5, I'll give it 7.
E, you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Chris.
Well, what did I do? 7 the last episode, so this one was definitely 8. I like the whole Yelena and Kate mix. That made the whole episode for me right there. I was loving it, that made me couldn't wait for the next one too.
Me too.
We gotta get E to clarify. Last episode you said 6 or 7, but then you lead it to 7. Is 4 or 7 or is it a 6?
Now that you compared it to this one, I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay, so 6 and this 7. All right, cool.
And this is 7, yeah.
And I'm gonna go with my half
because I was getting them confused and I was thinking some of this stuff happened in that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 7.5 for this episode because I do love like he said that. I mean, I know you and E maybe didn't like it as much. I love the I could take a whole episode with them in the house talking, Yelena and Kate. Like I love that part too.
Yeah, because you probably want to see.
Yeah, give me more of that, man. Because they were so cute.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I know what y'all saying. Y'all just saying because y'all like how they was looking and they was looking all right. So yeah.
Oh, that's a bonus. But I like their chemistry. Their chemistry was awesome.
Yeah, and Kate is cute too. She,
is she wearing contacts? What's up with her eyes? Because I kept looking at her eyes and I don't even know all that.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Thanks for watching, bro.
Man.
Everyone knows, Mike. I didn't want to say Daredevil, so I didn't. I have context.
Have context. Disney
Josh,
Plus
do yourself a favor
why
and watch
they use
Daredevil
just
on
like
Netflix.
MCU.
We don't have to.
Man, I tried to watch the third season. I'm not gonna lie. I got spoiled from the second season, so I would watch the third.
Yes,
I couldn't get into it.
Give me more Florence Pugh.
I liked
Yeah,
everything that
Hulk,
came
you
from
right
them
on
except
that.
for Iron
Who's-
Fist.
who's
I didn't like
Florence
Iron
Pugh?
Fist at all.
Who's Florence Pugh?
That's Yelena.
That's
Yeah.
Yelena.
Hey,
Yeah.
Holtz, yeah, you missed it. We had our little crush session. Trust me, we warmed it up, and yeah, you was just
Remember, I told you, and you didn't realize, but that's the same person who played Paige in the movie Fight With My Family.
Oh
Same.
yeah, you told me that. You told me that. I was like,
Kind of makes me want to hire a Russian bride.
Same
Right.
person. So
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
just to
Come
give
pick me
shouts
up.
out that she really trained wrestling for that movie, and then
dude, and she had an English accent in that.
yes,
She had a Russian or whatever accent in this.
Thank you,
Like,
baby.
wow, I gotta hear her speak now, regular.
yeah.
What other movies has she been in?
Huh?
Florence, what other movies has she been in?
Bend over, let me see it.
All I remember is Fighting With My Family. I think a couple others too that she been in. Or whatever.
Yeah, we gotta look her up.
I gotta check that back catalog.
But she looked totally different. She sound different. Anthony's right in that movie, Fighting With My
For
Family.
real,
It's
real.
crazy. So
I like her with the blonde, yo.
what happened?
I like her with the blonde hair.
Me too. All right, so season finale, episode 6.
Episode
It starts
6.
right away. We get
Kingpin. He walks right in.
Hold on. It's disappointing.
Tally, what's up?
Okay. Well,
Wow, that's a hell of a name. Tally.
I know.
The Defenders.
and a hell of a statement. Even though Defenders was trash, that show, I felt like.
It was trash. Yo, come on, man. They all started trying to fight Danny. I was so pissed at that scene. It was so weak.
All right. So right away we get what's the mom's name? What happened with that? No, the mom. What's the mom's name?
Mom.
Slime ball.
Eleanor. We get Eleanor going to see Kingpin. We hear his footsteps, those heavy footsteps. He walks through the little beads, which we'll get to that or whatever. And she sits down with him.
Talking about the cheap office.
And the funny thing is, though, what's really cool, because you guys been going on and on about Kingpin, you knew who he was. The scene starts off with him first.
I know.
It don't even show her. It shows him, and then it shows he's coming. She came to see him, but it shows from his point of view. I'm like, that was cool.
Yeah.
And I did my research yesterday.
Look, Ant said he never saw the Netflix of Daredevil, right?
At all.
Right.
Having that be your first thing for Kingpin, dude, I'm sorry.
Keep it. Don't fuck it up.
What you mean?
Let it stay like that.
Wait,
don't go backwards.
You were exposed to Kingpin with this, dude. I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah,
I really.
Nah, just don't go backwards though, because if you go backwards, then it's going to disappoint
you. Ask me. What's his name was a better Kingpin for me.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
dude, you asked me.
He was official.
I'll be afraid of him.
Okay. There's a lot I want to say about that.
Yeah. We'll get to that.
I'm gonna say it now. First of all, I can see how you feel that way based off this one episode. You've been exposed to this Kingpin, but if you were exposed to 3 seasons on Daredevil, you might have changed your mind.
No, not that.
Nah, but I'm talking about the strength though too.
Yeah, I'm talking about if I had to pick an actor, I had to pick the look. Looking menacing.
Michael Dunk, Michael Dunk.
Listen, was like,
if Michael Dunk ain't passed away and they did this show, Michael Dunk would be Kingpin. I guarantee it.
Listen, Vincent D'Onofrio in the Daredevil series, bro, for 3 seasons, embodied Kingpin. Yeah, he's legit.
Here's my thing, though, Mike. All I'm gonna say is this: just what I know of Kingpin.
Right.
Me,
yeah.
I wouldn't have picked him as Kingpin.
Because Michael Clark Duncan, he was good as far as like the size and all
like physicality,
that. But I mean, he didn't have that many. It wasn't a lot of him in that movie, like as far as like lines and stuff. Like
line.
Vincent D'Onofrio, and you didn't see a lot of him like you saw Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin. A lot of scenes with his wife by himself, and I'm not to spoil it or whatever, but you got so much more of the Kingpin. Is what I'm saying. Like you would have changed your mind about it.
But I think we're talking about 2 different things. E
right. Yeah, he's trying to tell the cowboy the humanized part of Kingpin. You don't care about that because I don't care about that either. I care about straight up raw Kingpin breaking through stuff.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right, Anthony. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
But I get it though. On scene, if you're trying to hone people into his character, like they able to wow you with his more of his background, which is cool. I'm just saying, if I had to pick, like again, I seen this Kingpin for the first time right now, or when he walked out, I'm looking like, oh, so that's what he looked like. I heard you guys say they're gonna use the same actor. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to be into it, but all right.
Well, now, if you're gonna do a whole real quick, if you're gonna do a whole 10-episode series for 3 seasons, you got to do more than you got to give more background because it's not we see him all the time one way.
Yeah, just the way they did this. I don't
Echo,
know.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be back in Echo.
Yeah, no, but for this one, we do see him with Eleanor, and she, we find out that she is evil. That was the biggest reveal that we already knew, and we find out that she was actually working for him to pay off the husband's debts who died in the first episode, and that she was responsible for killing the uncle. Forget his name.
I don't remember his name either. Anunzio or something. I don't know.
We lose Mike.
Mike,
he's here in spirit. So, yeah. Long story short, they're talking.
I'm right here.
All right, cool.
There you go.
And I heard that. I was right here, and I heard
that. He's here in spirit.
He said, I heard that.
I did. But anyway, that whole scene, Chris, I'm gonna let you have it, man. Because we talked about it. But what you feel about the whole scene with her and Kingpin inside the office?
This is what should have happened. Eleanor should have walked in there and be like, "Look, I don't want to work you anymore." And Kingpin grabbed her by the throat and choked the life out of her.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was no, oh, well, maybe next time. I know we're family. No. That's not the Kingpin that you like. Marvel with their characters is supposed to be pretty dead on, right? They've been dead on with most of their characters. They brought Vincent D'Onofrio in because he was Kingpin in another series. The right choice. But the way they portrayed him, dude,
horrible.
But you know what I want to say though, Chris? I want to say that I think the shows are a little watered down because you have a larger range of people that can access the shows versus the people that got to be that invested to go to the movies. So I think the shows are always going to be, you know what, more people might watch this. Let's make it a little more lighthearted for the shows. But in the movie, the character, because remember, Black Widow, my man punched her in the face. I was like, yo, she's a woman. So in the movie, for real, like the dude at the end of Black Widow movie, yo, he was rocking her. I was like, are we watching this?
Anthony, I see where you're coming from, but it's hard for you because you didn't see him. So me and Chris' disappointment is heavier.
No, hear me out though. I start off by saying on the Disney shows, yes. Right. If the Netflix show, we established that. You always said yourself, they ain't gonna Disney not gonna get the Netflix show.
I hated Netflix.
But seriously though, man, this is like the She-Hulk series. That Hulk settled his differences by just open hand slapping people or something, man. You know what I mean? Like the Hulk don't do that.
That's what y'all feel? Because I feel like you guys like the Kingpin in Netflix because of the dark human aspect of him. But when I look at Kingpin again, I feel like Kingpin should not be that weak. It should not take him 1,000 times. This was he was weaker in Netflix.
Oh, I don't know about that.
How many times he had to smash the dude's head in? How many times did he do it before?
But he was using the door. He wasn't using both his hands.
Don't matter. When Kingpin uses the door should come off the hinge. The guy's head should be smashed.
He did rip a door off the car, though. I mean, that was pretty dope. But
so Vincent D'Onofrio did say this
in this series.
Kingpin is more power, it's overpowered.
Yeah, more power.
I think he likes that.
That's how I want him.
All right,
I like that too.
I like the menacing aspect. Like he was scarier.
Yeah, that's what
in Netflix without being powerful. He was just like, yo, they'll fuck with Kingpin type of deal. But it's more than that too for me.
Right, but now he's going against the suit. He's in the MCU.
I just hope they do him right in the future. Let's put it that way.
So we can move on.
Wait. Hold on real quick, Mike. Do him right, meaning you didn't like his outfit? Because what was wrong about him? I'm
going to tell you why. Forget the outfit for now.
The hat.
The hat was crazy, but forget the outfit.
This is little petty stuff, though, man.
Yeah, no, not even that. It's his whole aura as far as like the Office, for example. Like that looked like a back of a fucking fish warehouse, some shit like that.
I'm not letting you get away with that because I did my research and I watched the Netflix season 3, and he was in all these little apartment buildings in New York City, and they were all trash. They were not expensive looking. They were all just high.
Bro.
They were just high up.
Lord, you're working out the back of a bodega, bro. Come on, man.
Yo, he was on St. Joe's getting a cheesesteak in the back.
Right, yeah. That's exactly where he was at.
That's
He was at the green store.
Nah, bro. He was on like the freaking penthouse suites and stuff like that in the Netflix shows. Like
That nigga was at Nano's.
He had the house with like 100 suits.
Hey, hold up. He was at the AM PM.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was at the AMPM, yo.
He was in the back of the AMPM on this thing. I don't know where the hell he was at. But yo, Chris will tell you, he always had a driver on the Netflix series. He had the one dude who like made who did all his phone calls and was like, you know, the smart dude with the glasses. I forget his name, stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was like the actual.
Years.
Like he was the city's crime boss that everybody knew but couldn't touch. He walked out looking like it was just a different man. Like that's why I didn't like
scared of him, dude.
Yeah, like it was like this crazy fear. We're here, and I'll get to the rest of it later. What I'm liking so far, but we'll see. Maybe they'll take our criticism. And
you got to think about it. Why would it be this crazy fear of him now when we have Avengers, we have Celestials, we have Eternals?
No, but
you know what I mean? Spider-Man.
Guys, hear me out. Or you can read that first.
Josh wants to know the connection between No Way Home, Multiverse, and Hawkeye.
I wanted it to be so bad.
It should have been, but it wasn't.
It should have been. There's no reason they should have been able to have him swing right. Swing right through.
That's what I was going to say first. Well, before we get on that, I just want to say, guys, hear me out. These shows, again, I don't think they're gonna make it. This is my opinion of everything I've seen so far. These shows are more lighter. These shows are more like even WandaVision, right? WandaVision was super powerful, but it was in our little hometown.
Yeah, a little comedy in there.
Don't remember. I'm wild.
Oh, Wanda ain't from Jersey. That ain't her hometown.
No, but hold on, hear me out. I'm wild just to see that. I'm not. All right, don't get hooked on the hometown, but from that town, I'm wild just to see that. That movie. People in movies are actually being on a show, but I understand that this is on Disney.
Disney, right?
We're never gonna get the stuff that some of the stuff you guys are saying. So, and as long as we're okay with that. Then it is what it is.
You know what? You know what? We're not okay, Anthony, because and I agree with where you're coming from too. Is that like by giving us Vincent D'Onofrio visually, we see Vincent D'Onofrio, so we want that Kingpin. You know what I'm saying?
See, I don't want that Kingpin.
If it would have been a new Kingpin, we would have accepted more of the flaws that we see. Chris, am I right?
If it was somebody completely different,
right, you would have accepted more that he's not like the one we saw on Netflix.
But would it got the same popularity? Would it got the same?
Has, man,
what happened?
Yeah.
I mean, you read the comics too, right?
Yeah.
You know what to expect from Kingpin, and this just wasn't.
Yeah, of course, that wasn't it. But my
real quick, Tally says the overall problem is they make the villain weaker for story purposes. I kind of agree with that. He also said that.
But was he weaker or stronger?
Weaker, because if you're a crime boss, you would. Let me finish this. Would you let someone off the hook because they won't? Yeah, this part is the problem. By letting her walk away,
that was the problem. That was a problem.
Yeah,
that was a problem.
Oh no, man, he couldn't let Eleanor live. You knew that was obvious when she walked away.
Yeah. So let's get the show back to rails because
all right. So we got
is coming up.
Yeah. So we do see Kingpin. They talks to Kazi. And I don't know what's next. Was it Kingpin, Kazi, and Echo next?
No, what happens is they show Clint and Kate, and this is when Kate realized her mom. They have the video on the phone.
Video from Yelena where her mom talking to now Kingpin, which was a spoiler in episode 5. Which again, like I said, hey, he's good. It's episode 6. Boom, boom, boom. That's straight. But again, that tease to nothing that we knew was coming was stupid. I feel like it was dumb to me. So we do see that, and then we see them saying that we're going to need better suits and more arrows and stuff like that. We do see Kingpin, like I said, Kazi and Echo talk. Echo says she needs some time off, and then Kingpin kind of tells Kazi unknowingly, got to get rid of Echo, got to get rid of Eleanor. How you felt about that whole part, Chris, with Kingpin?
I didn't hear anything you were just saying. I had to deal with something real quick. So
okay, well, I'll get back to you, Chris. How you feel about that?
Got you. About Kingpin and Eleanor.
No,
like when she was threatening him.
No, Kingpin, Echo, and Kazi. When Echo was saying she needs time off, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. That whole conversation. That was a. I don't know, because I like how they tried to make it awkward. They made it real awkward when they were all standing there. And she was like, "Oh, I'm good." Like I know they were trying to give us the fact that we had a Daredevil. I mean, we had a villain from Netflix. Also, they was trying to add that impact in there, but. I don't know. He should have read between the lines the way she was acting. Like, to me, I got exactly what she was doing when she was doing it. When she was talking to him and like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a break" and all that stuff. He should have felt that vibe.
You don't think he did? I think he knew what was
not really, because if he knew it was up, why he ended up the way he ended up?
Well, he should have.
Yeah, right.
I think his acting was really good, though. I think he was he was acting really sympathetic to her on his facial features. I was like, oh, he did a really good job at feeling like he looked at her as like a daughter, you know?
Yeah,
and,
right. Exactly.
Yeah, I think he was doing a great job. I think that scene was cool.
Daughter.
See, maybe, Mike, all of what you're saying and what you got in Netflix, for me, that scene was showing a little bit of his softer side for me.
That was more Netflixy, that whole scene right there. I agree with
that part. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that part. Then I believe we get this montage with Clint and Kate with the arrows, man. We see a Stark Tech arrow, we see a Pym Tech arrow.
Yeah, he was putting all them things.
We see how he makes his arrows, essentially, something we never seen the whole time. Chris, how you felt about that part, man?
Yeah, my favorite part is that when she was labeling the arrows, because they brought back that joke from like the second episode. Yeah. How do you know what's on these arrows? So I thought it was funny that she was printing all the names out. Yeah, it was cool to see that he can make these by himself, and he doesn't have to necessarily rely on, Stark Tech and stuff. So
Stark Tech and all the other tech.
Yeah, and it was cool that they were working together.
I kind of prefer from him being in the government and him being with Nick Fury and him being with, Iron Man and so on and so on. I kind of wished he had like a little supply spot where he would just go up in there and show her and have a whole bunch of different type of arrows on the wall, all lined up with mad different stuff. That's what I expected from him. I didn't expect him to be down there making up his shit.
Weird. Yeah, now that you
right, like I'll
get to my thoughts on that in a second. And we thought about the whole montage of the arrows and making the arrows.
So I'm two things. One, I think because I'm kind of watching it. One, it was cool. Like they had the one that he put down and the magnet stuck to it. So one, I think it was cool to show them making it and show all the different variations. But two, I'm with you, E. I feel like, this is why I look at him more street level. Bro, you in the kitchen making your weapons. Like, what are we doing here? Who are you fighting?
Right.
I guess that's why you are fighting guys in tracksuits. So but it added to their chemistry as they're making arrows together. What it did was it showed that because when you think of Kate Bishop, you think of she's like his understudy, right? And so it shows like, oh, he's teaching her what type of arrows to make and they label him. So it was a good job to make, if he did die or whatever, to make you feel like, oh, she's the next Hawkeye. But I still feel like I would love more like, bro, you got a stock of endless arrows that you're just gonna go to, to make him more like
right, Josh.
Here. But I get it that this is after a lot. Remember, he retired. He was done.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with you guys, only because I'm so used to like even in comics and the cartoon, the most recent Avengers cartoon, when they're living in Avengers Tower, there's plenty of scenes with Hawkeye working on arrows, like making his new arrows, stuff like that. Yes, same way you see like in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, you saw Sam working on his own wings and stuff
working
like
on
that.
His suit. Yeah.
So I kind of agree that you kind of like these I guess lesser power people, to Anthony's point, I also don't get the shit. I feel like they got it.
Sam's last suit was gifted him. It was gifted to him. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wakanda.
that
Wakanda
one
tech.
was, but before that, he was working
That
on
was
all
cool
his stuff
anyway.
and stuff like that. And same thing with Hawkeye. You get Punisher working, cleaning his own guns, whatever. Like I think those street level people are. This is what they got to do. You know what I mean? It is what it can't
Did
be
you
about.
guys get any leftover vibes like that? Maybe he's running out of his arrows and has to make his own now. That Tony
I think he
Stark
always
is
made his own. I think he always made his own from the beginning. I think his
See,
idea,
I didn't feel like that. Because he was contracted a little bit to me. Even when the first Thor movie came and Thor was trying to pick up the hammer, the first person that was on him in all black, ready for the call to shoot him and kill him, was Hawkeye.
I know,
So
but I still think
like,
he made his own from the beginning. I never thought they supplied him arrows, honestly.
Well, and
see,
I feel like the most street level hero is Batman. All right, we could move on.
He makes his own stuff too. Actually, so, I mean,
not going to see
he's
that
rich,
movie,
man. He's rich. Matter of fact, Kate is going to be the next expensive.
And
Hawkeye.
if we want to be real,
she's going to have a lot of.
If we want to talk about making your own
she's
stuff,
rich.
Really, Tony makes his own stuff too. He's smart as hell about it, but he makes his own stuff too.
Yeah, but that's like saying T'Challa makes his own stuff. T'Challa does.
Tony stuff don't look like you can buy it at thrift drug. That's the difference.
That is the difference.
They don't got no tape that says
the money is the difference.
The money the difference. Okay, same thing with Batman.
Yeah. like he said, I make everybody look cool, but Cap is the leader.
Yeah,
that's exactly what Tony said.
To me, I don't know. I kind of felt like that was dope, him making it, and kind of like showing her. So now she can make her own. And like you said, Kate's rich, so Kate can maybe even have a higher.
Have some crazy stuff. Yep.
However, like Hawkeye said, he's cool with Scott, and he was cool with Tony, so he got their tech. Kate ain't got that yet. So we're gonna see what happens with there. And that was a cool scene too. Anyway, we get the montage.
That was.
Then they go to the they go to the party. Yep, I'm at the party. We see him still kind of schooling Kate a little bit what to look for, what's around. They got on their suits and stuff like that. They using the LARPers as like helpers around the party and stuff.
Love that little kid, the rich little kid. He bad.
Rich little kid talking to again more comic relief for no reason, which kind of bothered me a little bit in the show. Marvel's got to do it, I guess, but sometimes they don't hit with the comic relief, a little bit to me personally. Anyway, Kate goes talk to the moms. So her mom is like, look, I know it was you, but all this type of stuff. Mom want to know how. Maybe before Hawkeye's at the window and shit hits the fan, bro. So
Yelena comes in.
And Kate sees her. Hawkeye's at the window, and Kazi starts taking shots. Bro, how you guys feel about that, man? Up until this point,
man, your hands were cool.
E.
Start somebody else for a second. Just for a quick second.
I'll jump in there. This is the Mike. This is kind of my spot where the plan, the 007 type Mission Impossible. Let's get together. Look for this. Look for that. We trying to pay attention. Look for all signs. And this is the calm before the storm. All hell's about to break loose. So this is a simple scene. It's necessary. The end of the comedy with the little kid. It is what it is. At this point, it's a Disney show. Excuse me. I think people should just accept that these Disney shows is going to have some of that humor. So
I accept it in the show real quick, but sometimes when the finale comes, I'm like, bro, let's just get it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what kind of about.
Because you know why they can't, real quick, Chris? They can't because if they do that for one episode, then you're gonna have other people like, why the whole show couldn't have been without the comedy? So they have to keep it in each episode to make it feel like it's one straight streamlined show. Because once you start taking out certain episodes, I'm like, bro, you could just took them out of all. Save me, because I really don't want the comedy. So we got to stay consistent.
Yeah. Okay, so you love it when a plan comes together. Like
yeah,
I got you. All right. 18. Yeah. So Chris, this whole beginning part of the party, like Anthony said,
everything started out great. Everything we've been waiting for is starting to come together. It was cool. I liked all of it. Kate and Yelena did their thing. Clint did his. My problem was with what happens next. So,
okay.
I'll it's what kind of ruined the episode for me. So,
all right. Well, what's next is that Clint is at the window talking to one of the LARPers, and Kazi starts shooting recklessly.
Yep, you see, reckless, boy.
Hold on, but let me say something real quick. Just real quick, Mike. It was cool. the first shot, and my man blocked
With the tray.
with the tray. That was cool as hell.
Yeah.
It reminded me of some Captain America stuff.
So when he blocked it with the tray and he's running and not getting hit, it reminded me of when he played in the Bourne movie and stuff like that.
Okay.
I was just about to say that the supremacy something with automatum identity.
Yeah, one of them.
Shits.
Yeah. that was pretty cool. Before I get to that, Charlie said I think there are funny parts. And then there's blatant funny scene. Right. But it says yeah, I agree with that, Tally, 100%.
Yeah, because Tony Stark did that shit correct.
It's like
anytime
for me,
he had funny parts.
It's like an uneven tone. It's like boom, I'm into it. Let's go. Then they're like, ha ha ha, man, what the fuck? Like that bothers me sometimes a little bit. But anyway, shit hits the fan. Eleanor, Kate tells Eleanor to stay there. Kate goes to get her suit and stuff from the LARPers. We got no, she did. She already had a suit on. Then we got Yelena. She's trying to follow Clint. Then we got the whole elevator scene with Yelena and Kate. So Chris, jump in there, man. What do you feel about that, bro?
Well, when she was just trying to delay.
The whole elevator scene, the whole thing with Yelena and Kate.
Yeah, again, anything with Yelena and Kate, I love. I thought it was cute. They didn't really want to hurt each other. She wanted to protect Clint. She didn't want to hurt Kate. So I think that was pretty funny. Yeah.
Hold up, Chris. But what about what you said? You didn't like what happened next?
No, I mean it happens at the end.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Yeah. We far from there, Chris. Anthony, how about the whole elevator scene and stuff like that, bro? With them, elevator and then running out and all that stuff together.
I mean, you know what? That's that. So, you know me, I don't want too much comedy, and I also feel like a little earlier. Is like, yo, how is she sticking with her? But again, Yelena wasn't really trying to kill her or hurt her, and they're fighting in the elevator. She slaps her and all that, and Kate slaps Yelena. But
right,
you know what it is? I'm big on, and you'll hear me repeat this often. Know your audience. I understand this show and who they're putting it to us. You can't get mad at it if you're on episode 6. That means, and it's the season finale. That means you watch 5 other episodes and you get the rhythm of the show. At this point,
right? You get it.
So the silly kind of like I'm kind of letting it go because I know what I'm in for. So I think it's doing what it's doing. Good scene with them, good chemistry, and the shooting and running. It felt like a Bourne movie, like you said. So this is all cool for me. All cool for me.
Okay. I agree with you. I mean, yes, I agree. Know your audience. The tone has already been set. You can't change it now. Episode 6. Anthony, you're on point with that. Still disappointing though.
Sure.
I would like to have an actual fight between Yelena and Kate, but they might be setting up to where they can.
Elena should dust her off.
Yeah, because then think about it, Mike. You have to pad Kate and cover her. She's technically, this show is more about her than Hawkeye, right?
Right.
We can't just see her get dusted by Yelena because she's
not dusted though. But like you always talk about how you like the underdog overcoming at the end of a movie, right?
We seen that earlier though in the last episode. They was banging a little bit. She was holding her. It looked like she was holding her own a little bit when Kate and her first met.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Oh, you mean the first? But it
would
have been cool if like. It would have been cool if like she didn't get dusted, but maybe she figured out a way to do something where like something fell on Yelena.
Yeah, but I'm looking now. They pretty much what you're saying is they had that fight scene where like for me, Kate shouldn't even last as long. They had a good little lengthy scene of running. She hitting Yelena.
It's the running, and then trying to get away. It's like it's too much. She had to stand straight still, fight, and then she figured out a way to like make something fall on and get away.
No, I wouldn't want that.
Her being able to go toe to toe with Yelena was ridiculous. It's not like she trained for months with Hawkeye.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mike. No, Mike. I got to disagree. That would have been bad for Yelena.
That was a little retarded.
Why?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Why?
We literally saw the same thing with Kingpin. It's literally the same thing with Kate that happened with Yelena at the end. Well, Kate figured out how to beat him without actually fighting him toe to toe. Would have been the same exact thing she could have did with Yelena earlier.
But Kingpin's a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Yelena, it's different. You're supposed to figure a way out to beat the bad guy. That's the real underdog thing. They're both technically both faces. They're both good guys. And it's gonna.
Atlanta got hired by Val, who's a bad guy, to go kill Clint.
Yeah, but the credibility. The thing is,
she wasn't killing Clint. Right, she wasn't killing Clint just to kill Clint. She was killing Clint because she thought he
right, we gotta pat our heroes because we can't have this lesser hero beat that hero. Then you're gonna be like, man, get the hell out of here. You just got beat by Kate Bishop. You know, come on.
Is she a hero yet though?
Who?
No. No.
But you know what I did notice? They didn't show Falcon that same love. They got their ass whooped. They had to jump. They had to jump. They had to jump. Yeah. Well, you can't say he's a bad guy either.
Who?
U.S. agent.
I mean, agent had super soldier serum though. That's different though.
Yeah. Elena trained since she was a baby. You know what I mean? To be a Black Widow. And here's Kate like, oh, I can shoot some arrows, and I think Hawkeye's pretty cool. I want to be his partner.
You keep forgetting the fact that she's a black belt, though, Chris. You keep forgetting that part.
Yeah, but she ain't no secret assassin. Come on, Mike.
Black Widow.
I agree, but I think Chris really underplaying her, though, a little bit.
But then again, they weren't trying to
He keeps saying she talked to Hawkeye like she'd actually trained for years herself.
Yeah, he is underplaying a little bit, but...
Yeah. Oh, this for you, Ant. Whatever.
Oh, man.
I agree with that.
LittleAnt's movie and TV show analysis is getting a lot better under the great. Oh yeah, all right. Listen, here's the difference between me and y'all. I stayed the same since y'all met me. I have a certain formula that I like. I'm just, it is what it. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta be fair to the show. I gotta look at it in wrestling terms. That's why they try to avoid the two wrestlers facing each other before the pay-per-view. Because you can't let one person lose because then it's like, well, you already.
I agree, but at least have something where maybe the whole Kate got her stuck in the elevator, something like that. Like the whole running scene was stupid to me. Them running and getting ahead of each other. I think that was.
You gotta just, I agree with you.
Yeah, that was like a Home Alone thing.
Yeah, like come on, man.
But the whole show starts off like a damn Home Alone thing in New York City, and so, I mean, this is what we doing.
Yeah. So. Anyway, so we do see. But Clint, however, he's down there.
What we doing?
Fighting the bros and stuff, and then
Yelena go out the window. I mean, not Yelena.
No, before we get to that. Well, if we get to that, he's fighting the bros, and then Kazi's fast as hell. By the way, he was on the other side of the damn city, other side of the street, and the top floor. He got from there to that building on the same floor as Clint. I'm like, yo, Kazi's
boy.
Right. I was like, yo, Kazi's fast as hell. I was like, yo, like that's definitely good TV editing. But anyway, he beats on the bros, and then he's fighting Kazi. How I felt about that whole part, bro, with Clint on that floor. Anybody? Chris?
I feel like it was cool to show Clint because I was like, dude, why is he sticking with Clint? But then Clint started to really show him, like, come on, man.
Put him on his ass.
He was sticking with Clint at first, though.
I didn't like that. Yeah,
Clint beat him with a German suplex. You watched it.
Yeah, but like, why does it seem like the hero always has to get like annoyed and triggered before he does something to like put the guy down? Just put the man down. Clint always been a person to put somebody down.
Because he's the hero. That's just,
All right. Yeah, I get you.
It's all about the story, so they can make one person more powerful than the other. It's all about the story, not about powers, superpowers. Okay, I agree with that. All about the story.
Yeah.
All right. So then, like you said, we do see Elena go down there and try to shoot at Clint. Clint then leaves.
Jumps out the window, Mike, and falls in the tree.
Right, from that, he leaves the building from the window, falls in the tree. This was stupid to me. But how y'all felt about Clint getting stuck in the tree?
Bro, this was Home Alone.
That was the only way not to die.
Wasn't there a damn owl? Wasn't there a
in the tree? Yeah, in the tree.
We won't talk about that.
Why can't it be an owl in the tree?
Kate,
why would it be an owl in the tree with all that noise?
All that noise.
All the noise around him.
Yo, but when he used, we talking about that when he used the Pym arrow in the truck and then the owl just
we're way from there yet. We got nowhere there.
Yeah.
All right,
same scene.
Yeah, we're 26 minutes in.
Where Kate goes downstairs and then we see the swordsman actually, and Kate is on the ground level, and we see the LARPers trying to help out. And like I said, Clint's stuck right now, so Clint's not there yet. And then the swordsman's like, "I got your back" to Kate against the bros. Now, is it just me, or did the bros have swords too?
Yeah, bro. Hold on. Can I
they
get
had everything like pipes and everything?
Now, let me say this. First of all, Mike, your memory is amazing. As you're wording it scene for scene as I'm watching it. I'm like, yo, as everything you said was happening as you were saying it. I'm like, yo, this guy's amazing.
They had swords? I don't remember.
Bro, they had swords.
So yeah, I thought so. Yeah,
what are we doing?
What are we fucking doing? Yeah, what are we
Why
doing?
they got swords and where they get them from?
Where they get swords from, man? What are they doing?
Man.
Yeah, that bothered me so much.
I'm so glad I didn't know this. I'm mad y'all made me realize that.
No, they had swords, Chris.
They had swords. Because he was over here.
Yeah, I'm gone.
And I'm like, who are they?
I gotta watch that again, though. I wasn't really paying attention then.
Yeah,
I thought they all came with, and first of all, there was like 700 tracksuit mafia guys.
Eventually, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all wearing the same jumpsuit. Like, bro, where'd they get their clothes from?
So then they say they got this, right? Kate and Clint are talking on the mics, right? And Clint says, "Where you at?" Kate says, "Where you at?" He's in the tree, and she says, "I'll help get you out." And he's like, how, whatever. And we see how he gets her out. She gets him out.
Well, real quick, Mike.
What did I miss?
Echo
at the house. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, Echo at the house,
looking
at the picture, and she was about to leave, but she decided to stay. And so we know where she's going. We'll get to her later on.
You see the picture of her dad with Kazi and her,
and that's also a trope too, yo. Why is there always a picture of the bad guy with the person who had him killed, always just conveniently in shows and movies? But whatever.
Hold up. Just
you're more likely to be killed by somebody you know than you don't. Wow.
I think true.
Just to make Chris feel better, Chris, a truck did pull up and a bunch more guys jumped out the truck. Just so you know. Yeah. It wasn't a million of them all at first.
So what? Somebody called and was like, "Yo, bring more men and tell them to bring swords."
That's what they do, man. But no, these guys jumped out with guns.
It was like, "Yo, get the swords, bro. Get the swords."
Get the swords, bro. Man. We're all expert sword fighters from New Jersey and New York.
I would have loved to have been the fly on the wall during production of that. When you're like, you know what, we should put
I'd have cursed
an owl in
them
that tree.
Right.
Yeah, they had.
I would have cursed them out.
If we're gonna use the swords, man, they gotta have swords too. Like that's dumb. But anyway,
that's dumb.
so
I didn't remember that. That's funny.
So Kate, because Kate gets him out of the tree, and then they wind up in the Rockefeller Center, right, Anthony? Am I
yeah.
right?
Well, here's the crazy thing, man. Before Kate's get him out, yo, she was shooting them with them arrows. So people was getting shot with real arrows. Let's just cover that.
Yeah, they
were like boom. When the truck came and the mad people came out, she shot about 5 or 6 people with arrows, and they was going down. Not that they died, but some people got shot with some arrows. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, if you get shot with an arrow even in your shoulder, you're gonna go down. Like you ain't stand there. You ain't unless you kingpin. But anyway,
kingpin.
right. So to the Rockefeller Center, and then they start to get surrounded by the bros and stuff. They're just sitting there somewhere with a LARPers change clothes to no.
So when he's still in the tree, they do a slow motion of the LARPers walk out, and they got their outfit.
Stupid. Waste of time. Anyway, and the one that LARPer is the whole cop. I'm like, bro, you would have better put in a cop uniform. Like, I don't understand the situation.
Yeah, well, I don't know why they thought they were more powerful now that they're dressed in medieval garb.
Right. Like, what?
Hey, man, give them their little scene, man. Don't do that to them, Mike.
Bro, she's a whole cop. What's more? Why would you put on a LARPer outfit? That's dumb.
So that's what she
what were they?
Yo,
she didn't even bring a gun.
Y'all saying?
I told you.
It was worse than y'all saying. This man.
Now you get a chance.
This man knocked somebody out with a gun with a sword. Somebody got up and had a sword already.
Right.
He put him down. Somebody got up and swung another sword.
I know.
Then it turned into a bat. The sword turned into a bat as the guy was falling. All right.
Anyway.
Never looked
all right, Anthony, I'm gonna give them their little scene, but I just feel like if she's a cop, be a cop. But anyway.
Hey, it was a cool slow motion though. Come on, man. It came out like.
Okay. All right.
Well, yeah, I'm glad they did what they did. Right.
But listen, they said, "Let me go and change clothes." We could have stayed.
Right, yeah.
I know, Mike. Moment, Mike.
What the? That was another one. Yep.
Dumb. Anyway,
that was dumb.
Biggest scene though. The Rockefeller Center scene.
Yeah, because
like
falls
Chris said,
on the ice.
Like Chris said, it's like 100 people or more surrounding the ice. all the bros are coming out of nowhere. I guess a bunch of paid extras and whatnot. Well, whatever. We'll leave it at that. Because I'm like, yo, where were all these bros at before chasing them the whole time? Now I was like,
they tell you the truck pulled up and they showed a bunch.
No.
I'm saying three trucks.
I'm saying the other episodes, like when they were chasing Kate and Clint.
He's talking about where they was at before, when they was getting whooped on that bridge.
They need them, man.
But now they got all the bros, right? So
all the bros,
and we get the whole them using all the different arrows, man. Yeah. So and fighting them a little bit.
Gotta use every one of them.
How you felt about that? I'm gonna let you go on that, Chris. You've been dying to talk about this. How you felt about that?
Like, I was so disappointed in the end of this, and now I have a saying about series. I don't want it to pull a Hawkeye.
Where you did say that about
yeah, dude. Like, I don't want the Book of Boba Fett to become Hawkeye, right? It's so rushed, man. Oh, the ending was Kingpin, and then you landed them fighting. And at the end, bro. I mean, not to mention the swords. Now I gotta go back and watch that again. But
I also felt rushed. That was an hour episode. That last episode was longer than all the other episodes.
It could have done with one more episode, man. Just to kind of let.
Did he say the same hour on a dollar bill?
He said same hour on a dollar bill, definitely a product of Rockefeller Center placement. And then they said Tracksuit Mafia reminds you of the Agent Smith Neo fight.
Yeah.
What a bunch of Neos.
Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, so I was very disappointed with this episode, but all the other ones were really good.
All right. E, how about this? The Rockefeller Center scene with the arrows. How you felt about that, bro? E.
I love looking at the arrows. I love seeing what the arrows do. I like when they use them on a bunch of nobodies. It's great. But I agree with everybody else. I mean,
did you have a favorite arrow?
No, my favorite arrow he used already. If he would have had another specific fem arrow or something that he did to make somebody real small or anything.
Well, he did. He was on the truck.
He got the other one.
The truck got small. Right. Yeah. That was it. All right, I knew I was thinking of something.
And then he said.
And then the owl, then that's when the
owl got him. But before that, Kate said, "What happens now?" He said, "I gotta ask Scott. I'm not sure about that." So I guess it was like,
I'm not sure about that.
Scott and whatnot. Anthony, how you felt about the whole scene with the arrows and Rockefeller Center?
It's hard because it was really cool. They was knocking people out. They had a slow motion moment where they was fighting together, kind of like Avengers, Age of Ultron in the very beginning, where they was driving and the truck went in the air and they was all had a little moment. But it was very silly. As I'm watching it now, it's just very silly, and so it's hard. It was really cool, but it was silly at the same time. You know me. But I think the show is more silly than serious. So for the show, what it's worth, Al flying down, picking them up. It was spot on for the show. It was the show's type of action and silliness, not necessarily my thing, but the fighting and stuff was cool. The different arrows was cool. I just wish they would have toned down a little of the silliness.
Yes,
like the arrow that hit and sprayed them with mist in the face, and I was like, really? So
right, because every time they tried to be silly with it in the game, he wasn't happy.
Those tracksuit guys reminded me of the putties from Power Rangers. There's a bunch of different people to be able to.
They remind me of the foot soldiers from Ninja Turtles.
Same thing, to do stuff too.
Right.
And like the one arrow that was like arrow that it hit and then it spun into different darts and stuff like that. And they were all just taking the darts. It was like you guys were just useless people. Like, and I don't feel like, and this is going back to Kingpin, I don't feel like these would be his guys.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right?
That's another thing. Yeah.
Would you really Chris? Hire them?
No.
But he does. He literally does have all types of guys.
He got more types
levels. He got levels. He got levels.
Those tracksuit bros should not have been fighting the heroes at the end. Those guys are for go rob this store. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go do this little thing. They should have had ninjas or something.
Yeah, because to be fair, you'd have been like, oh, they got an Avenger.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Let's bring our peons.
Yeah, that's crazy. But anyway. We do get that, and then Kate kind of she dips to go try to help her mom. Meanwhile, Echo and Kazi get together, right, Anthony?
Right.
Yeah, Echo and Kazi get together, and we kind of see what I was talking about. Like she wished it wasn't him. She kind of loves him a little bit. Before we get to that, we'll see. Tali says the silliness is part of the reason why I didn't like Ragnarok. I like Ragnarok.
Hey, Callie,
I like Ragnarok.
So Ragnarok, I said this. I said the best part of Ragnarok was the worst part, which was the comedy. I laughed the whole time, but when it ended, I was like, damn, it would have been. Can you imagine they made a movie with Hulk and Thor, and it was serious? Dude, that would have been so epic.
Right, that'd have been a great epic movie.
Dude, that movie was great. It was easy to watch. It was so funny, but at the same time, it's like I felt the humor took away from it, but at the same time, the humor made the movie. Yeah, it's hard. I agree.
And then Josh sort of remind me of Alpha. Josh totally cracked me up on the side. But anyway, so Echo and Number. So now we got like separate fights going on at the same time, right? We got Echo and Kazi. We got Yelena pops up on Hawkeye, and then we see Kate, and then Eleanor's trying to get out of there. But then, like we talked about before, Kingpin had already killed the driver, or somebody killed the driver, and then he rips the door off. So these fights that are going on Simon, let's talk about Yelena and Hawkeye. How you felt about how the whole thing played out, how it ended, stuff like that?
That was probably the only good part of that last scene, in my opinion, because he was not going to fight her. He was trying to convince her that he loved Natasha. You know what I mean? That was his best friend. And that one also.
I didn't like it.
Huh?
No, I was just saying I didn't like the convincing. I didn't think it was. To me, it wasn't good enough. Even like it looked like he was trying to hold back saying certain things. Like,
oh, well,
if you're telling the sister that her people's died, there's nothing to hold back from.
Yeah, well, he said,
literally
if I told you, you wouldn't believe me. Just know that your sister sacrificed herself to save the world.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. How wouldn't she believe you? Why wouldn't she believe
because
you?
Because you
whistled
your theme song when you're
a purple
your
alien came and erased half of the universe. You blipped and disappeared for 5 seconds and the world changed.
Yeah,
there's
but
nothing that you should.
hear me out.
There's nothing that should never.
No. What you're forgetting is how she died. She was remember, she died so she could give him the soul stone. So you don't believe. Not that it's an alien or invasion. You're forgetting the humanity of it. She wouldn't believe, like he said, your sister sacrificed herself to save the world, and she said you're lying. So
I don't see why she would say that. She tried to sacrifice herself for her.
I don't think
in Black Widow movie.
I think I agree with. I see where he's coming from, but I see where Anthony's coming because of how she died. Like I think she's saying, why she had to sacrifice to get a stone?
Right.
You know
because you don't understand the stones.
Exactly.
Bro,
you don't understand.
I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember what happened. Remember, the whole thing was someone had to die.
Correct.
Okay? So
yeah.
How would he explain? Listen, someone had to die in order to get the stone. Wait, so it was her.
Easy.
And it's just, even if you try to explain to me, it's a weird, the scene of the whole, you get there, you go in to get the stone. Someone has to die to get the stone. She was hanging on the edge.
Hold on. So you guys are telling me,
wait, check it out real quick.
You guys are telling me a bartender can tell somebody about the damn stones.
No, that's where you're right.
And the alien that grabbed the stones. A bartender, a regular neutral bartender.
Go ahead, Chris. I'm going to Chris. Go ahead.
So you're right, though. Like the Avengers themselves didn't know how the Soul Stone worked until they got there, right? And then they realized that one of them had to die. You know what I mean? Not everybody, not your average person knew that. You know what I mean? And who would believe something like that unless you knew how the Soul Stone worked?
Right.
Correct.
Right. So that's why she didn't believe that,
But
and the Ronin
I understand what you guys are saying. Who would believe it? But how could you challenge what belief is when you're going through all of that?
You're thinking logical, bro.
Yeah.
But let me ask Anthony. How you felt about the whole scene?
You want realism? I see what he's getting at.
How you felt about the whole thing with Hawkeye and Yelena? It's the whole scene there.
I mean, you know what the thing is? I'm happy that she finally got to meet up with him. I'm happy that she got to, I want that closure, right? So listen, you gave me my scene. They got to talk. She didn't believe him. They got to get their fight. I was cool with it because in the beginning we all was like, the rumor is Yelena was going to be in Hawkeye, and I'm like, damn, another movie character in a show. So you gave me that.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, man.
You would
Thank you.
You would.
That don't make sense.
And Josh said that Yelena annoyed me.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.
She has
Yo,
all
it
the
don't make
intelligence
sense.
that she would know about Clint and Natasha. Yelena basically was Star-Lord from Infinity War. Okay.
Thank you. That it don't make sense. You're going through a whole bunch of craziness. It's craziness going on in that
I was
world,
a little
literally.
upset about. I mean, I guess it had to be emotional that she's like kicking his ass and he's not doing nothing back
Early
to her and
fright.
stuff like that. But not what I would want to see, man. Something about that scene just bothered me a little bit. You know, I mean, I understand they had to actually fight because it is Natasha's sister, but something about it just didn't sit well with me. But I do agree with the closure part of it. And maybe
she was taking out a little rage too. You know,
the only thing I like that he said was like,
I'm not mad at her.
Better than me.
I'm not mad at her. Like, you know, doing what she had to do to rage. I feel like I didn't nobody hit me in the face. So he's crazy. Like that.
Oh, also, how did he know the secret whistle?
I guess Natasha told him years
Natasha, remember they was hiding in this space playing tic-tac-toe together for hours and hours till they got up out of there. So they did, you know, that just shows that they just talked and reminisced and
well, that just shows
build it a lot,
too, right?
I mean, yeah,
showed that Natasha was better than him, though. I think that was facts actually. So on that part,
right.
East Space. Anyway, we'll move forward. So we're gonna go to Kazi and Echo. How you like how that ended there, Chris?
Good riddance to Kazi, scumbag. Okay. He deserved all that.
Yeah, he was just shooting.
Yeah, and I mean, I knew there wasn't going to be a big fight there. You know what I mean? So I'm glad he got what he deserved.
And Kazi and Echo.
You know the bad thing is, this show is hard for me to gauge like how, like not powerful, but how bad the person was. Like it started off with me thinking she's the big bad, right? And then I was like, oh, maybe because he was trying to calm her down in the very beginning when they showed her walk out. So he was like, I hope you're done with all this so we could be done. So I'm like, okay, so is he kind of like good? But then you realize he's kind of was like bad, but he never felt menacing because he couldn't beat nobody up. So I was like, you know what? I had nothing made me care about this character. So I just never was invested with him because I didn't know, like, how bad is he? He's really not that bad. He can't really fight. He looked like he could fight, but then when he fights somebody, he can't. So it was what it was. Didn't do anything.
When we found out he was directly involved with killing her father, that was like when good. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Like I didn't really care about him as much as anybody that asked an Avenger, "Oh, can I get my gun back?" You're stupid. So I don't care about you at all when it comes down to your fate. I'm just being real. I don't care about your fate, man, when it comes to this MCU world.
Let me get my gun back.
All right.
Yeah, let me get my gun back.
I'm sorry. Let's talk about the coup de grace, I guess, what we were talking about for earlier episode. So we see, like I said, Kate, Eleanor, and Kingpin. Kingpin rips off the door, tries to get Eleanor. Kate comes, shoot him in the stomach. He pulls that thing out. She tried to shoot him with a grappling arrow, I guess. And he grabs her, throws her to the toy store, I guess. Going after Kate. Eleanor, I don't know how she had time to do this shit, but she somehow got in the front seat of the driver's seat, backed up far enough to get enough speed to then hit Kingpin with the car. Anyway, hit him with the car, and then him and Kate are fighting a little bit. Chris, go off, bro.
I only got one term for this. Hashtag not my Kingpin.
Oh, they would have started that.
But from what
I'm starting it right now.
The little bit that Mike said was cool though when you think about it. First of all, he got shot with an arrow and just was like, so you're like, oh, is he human? Then he gets smashed into the store and still get up. That's cool as hell, man. So that was like from the Kingpin that I know. I was like, okay, cool. That's the Kingpin I know. He got hit by a car. Like, what's that? He got shot by the arrow. I was like, what's that?
So what's that? Right.
Kate beat him, no.
No, the Kate beating him bothered me, and him blowing up off the ground.
Yeah, hold on one second.
That all bothered me.
Yeah. So we get that part with the that whole thing. Then we get the him and Kate going back and forth, and then he's basically like throwing it all around. He breaks all the arrows and stuff like that. and then she finally does the Hawkeye trick and flicks the arrows and blows it up. So how you feel about the whole Kingpin and her and Eleanor scene? Anthony, I'll let you going off on it.
You know what the cool thing is for me, I'm gonna give this credit because they had from what I know of Kingpin, I don't think the guy I would have picked as Kingpin, but I thought that this was Kingpin-ish. Like like I said, he gets shot with the arrow and the arrow penetrated him and he just was like, broke it off or whatever, right? Getting hit by the car. He was menacing. He threw her all around. Like he was trying to hurt her. And so for me, that I needed that. Her being clever, and making the hitting the arrow with the little trick. And it was cool how it even showed it. The electricity going from arrow to arrow and then it blew up. I mean, he's still a man. I don't know why he's that strong anyway. I never knew that about him. But at the end of the day, that biggest
He's like 90% muscle. That's what it is.
Okay.
Actually.
So that's
he's 90% muscle.
I feel like that's good enough to knock him down and knock him out. I mean, so I was cool with that.
Car didn't knock him down. I mean, knock him out. So why would that? It's a little cheap explosion.
I didn't explosion, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that wasn't a big explosion.
He was wiping everything off him, bro.
Yeah,
how he should be.
Hold on. That was a bunch of explosive arrows that blew up in his face, point blank.
So they just had a whole bag of explosive arrows. There wasn't different arrows in that bag.
Well, remember there was the one arrow that was very dangerous. That was the one that blew up.
Yeah, it showed it. It showed a lot.
Okay.
It showed electricity. Went from one arrow to the arrow to the arrow to a bunch of arrows, and then it just boom, point blank range. That was more powerful than a car hitting you. That was
No,
so.
It was cool, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I had a problem with the whole thing. Obviously, we talked about this earlier, and we talked about this actually on our Boba Fett show. Anthony, you missed that, but we talked about how the whole. First of all, he's smaller than he is as well in Daredevil. I think the actor just lost weight in the last 3 years, basically.
That's true. Yeah, they need to put him in a mocap suit, man. I told you.
Now, at this point, they should be now because
CGI,
he was a little bit bigger, but hey, he got healthier. That's cool for the actor. But for our Kingpin, we need to be bigger and more menacing. I feel like.
It's hard, Mike. If they would have picked someone else, people have been mad. Like, why you didn't pick him? Now they picked him. People are nitpicking why they picked him. You can't win, man. These studios can't win.
Marvel can.
I think people are not mad they picked him. We want him, but we want him to be the same person that we already saw for 3-4 years. Basically, is what it is.
Yeah.
But the weight thing is not a problem. I mean, whatever. But I feel like he's not, like you said, he's not that big, so he don't look as menacing.
Right. My problem is why don't they? Oh, go ahead. My fault.
My thing is that Kingpin walking the streets of New York by himself to go get Eleanor is not Kingpin. And any Kingpin, comic Kingpin, cartoon Kingpin, any Kingpin. Kingpin not doing that. Like he gonna send some guys to do it, or if he gonna have you brought to his office or some shit like that. He's not gonna be like, yeah, walk around in my little hat and Hawaiian shirt and just take you to this myself. Right in broad daylight in the streets of New York, mind you. Kingpin don't want to be like everybody know he's evil, but he's not gonna do some shit. Right where there's cameras and there's cops and there's everything else. It's not him. All right, that's number one. Number two, the fact that he's actually stronger, I think, is a good thing. He can take the arrow or whatever.
Yeah,
and
I like that.
He wasn't that strong in the Netflix.
And in Netflix, he was strong to where he could fight toe to toe, but he wasn't overpowered strong like this now. He couldn't rip. He couldn't rip a car off his hinges. No, he couldn't do that type of shit. But
that's what he should have been able to do, though. That's the thing. He should have been able to punch Daredevil in them through walls, and they would get defeated easily when they go up against him because of how strong he is. Punisher, Daredevil, anybody that's stepping that off, Spider-Man, anybody that's stepping that office gets destroyed. Yo,
so I like to say he's overpowered right now. But again, Kate got a little bit of a Mary Sue treatment to me. And this we talked about that before. Remember with Star Wars, where she but
let me ask you this, Mike: should she have not? What you think the ending should have been? Him ripping her head off or something?
No, I think the ending should have been Hawkeye coming up and saving that ass.
Right. He didn't do Hawkeye and Yelena. That was way more.
That would have been better.
Nah. I want Hawkeye and Kingpin.
Yeah.
Okay, hear me out. Just hear me out real quick. Just for me, I know you guys watch the Netflix. low budget show. I get that. But for me, I want the big budget movie that I
Crisco
watch,
Jones.
and the actors from those movies have a scene in a show. That means more to me than Clint fight the new introduced.
I never said that. No. I'm with you. It should have been Clint and Yelena. I agree. But I still don't think Kate and Kingpin should have never fought. Honestly, okay. I feel like that. And I feel like Hawkeye. Think about it, Anthony. Hawkeye kept mentioning the big guy. He kept mentioning how bad he was.
It was supposed to be for him.
Talking to Laura, his wife, about she was like, oh my god,
the big guy, right?
They should have some. They had no scene together. Clint,
no interaction.
Yeah, I don't think they need to.
What happened?
I don't think they needed to. I think so. Here's the thing: the show is about Hawkeye, and the show is about Yelena. Okay, it's the climactic clash. It's the end of the Super Bowl. It's the last. It's the last fight.
Facts, Josh.
Who would you want Kate if he's gonna go against Yelena? Then who is Kate going against? Echo.
Correct. Exactly.
Right. Jon Snow versus the Night King. Right. Same shit. Yo, it's ridiculous, man.
Did you hear what I said? Did you hear my question?
Yeah, I heard your question. You said if he went against
Yelena,
right?
Then who
Here's what I think could happen. I think Kingpin could have still been throwing her around like a rag doll, like he was.
Okay.
And then going to kill her, and Hawkeye could have came to save her, had his own fight.
Right. It's that simple. That's
how I would have done it,
bro. You only got an hour show, and then now, what do you want to be? Spider-Man 3? How many different bad guys and fights you want? So let me get this straight. You want us to believe. You want us to be invested in Kate as the up and coming, but Hawkeye's gonna beat this character enemy, and Hawkeye beat this, and like Shane.
He's the Avenger that's been around for years.
I get what, I get what you're saying, but I don't think she's the up and coming. I don't think she's the up and coming though. They've been introducing all the younger Avengers already.
Here's what
everybody's not up and coming yet.
Go ahead, Chris.
Here's what really should have happened. Yelena gets or Kate gets her ass kicked by the Kingpin trying to stop him. He just smacks the shit out of her and she never comes back, right? And then right at the end of their fight where Yelena and Hawkeye are like, okay, I forgive you, blah, blah, blah. Then Kingpin should have been there. They should have tag teamed him. He should have made quick work of Yelena. And then Hawkeye didn't beat him, but subdued him enough for the cops to come. That would have been an awesome ending.
That would have been great. That'd have been great.
I could see that too a little bit. Just Kate beating him is bad. I'm sorry, man.
That's bad. That is bad.
Yeah. I think you know what it is. You guys are more invested.
Spider-Man can't even just beat him like that. So how Kate can?
What were you saying, man?
I say you guys are more invested in Kingpin than I am. So I get it. I get your train of thought.
Yeah, and you should watch it. It's pretty good. But you were right, by the way, that Netflix's budget for making Daredevil was only $40 million, so it was low budget. There you go.
Low budget as hell. It was low budget.
So I had to Google it when he said that. I'm like, nah, man, that was a lot of money. Oh shit, $40 million.
It wasn't very powerful.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
But it didn't need to be for what it was.
Yeah,
it's not like Marvel money, you know. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, after that though, where Chloe talked about, I'm gonna find that thing here. Hold on one second. But we do see Kate does get away, blows him up with a little trick that she learned from her mother a long time ago.
Callbacks are always fun.
Yeah. Hold on one second. And then we see Kate throw her get her mother arrested. Stuff like that. So how'd y'all feel about that? The scene with her mother and her mother getting arrested and stuff like that.
The right thing to do.
Here we go. Cole said, I don't like how Kate snitched on her mom, actually.
So here's what I say. I was like, yeah, come on, man. She ain't getting away with all that. She got arrested. I wanted her to get how is Kate supposed to be the new good guy and let her mom walk from that? Like if she didn't get her mom killed, then maybe. But
you was not getting Drusilla arrested.
Oh no, I'm not.
I know you're not.
I'm not. But she's still gonna feel my justice because everybody that call her phone, I'm dropping down on.
Right, but you ain't getting her locked up though. I'm sorry. I ain't doing it.
But what I'm saying is for the griminess shit that she was doing to her daughter though, that's different. Like you're naming my mom, and you can't name like what my mom did to my father. You get what I'm saying? Like there's still a lot of craziness behind her mom. Her mom done pushed the dad, like got rid of everything. It's a little different. It's a little different, a little touch.
Listen, man.
Her dad looked like it was her favorite, for real.
Listen, if Mom's would have got caught on her own, that's cool. But I'm not calling the cops on my mom. But that's just.
I mean, if she
but is your mom a crime lord?
If she,
her mom wasn't a crime lord though. You got to remember, she was working for Kingpin to pay off her dad's debt. That her dad left them with. You got to remember that part.
The principle is this: if she didn't get her mom killed, I wouldn't have snitched. But I feel like she went over the edge by getting a little.
Yeah, to get her mom killed, tried to set up the boyfriend.
She knew it. She knew, like she said, you had her mom killed. Like for me,
and you tried to get Hawkeye killed.
Yeah.
Again, this is Kingpin. If I don't get Armand killed, he might kill me and you. I was working for him. You got to remember.
No, I forgot about the dad's debt to him, though.
The dad's debt. And the dad died, and Kingpin was like, yo, he's dead. Now you owe me. Like, ain't that the mom, but like, at a choice.
You're right.
It's Kingpin. That's what people forget.
See, it's so many different ways. They did that real smart right there. They did that real smart.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's agree. This week, I think we can agree. The shows that leave you talking about variables does a good job. You know, they leave you like
100%.
Yeah, I love that when you're trying to come up with stuff and other people disagree and you're like, yeah, but wait. So that was kind of cool. I think like E just said, that was
Well, we do see at the end then Kate and Clint finally goes home for Christmas. He makes it home in time. Of course he would, and he brings Kate home to meet the family. Nice little touching scene. How you felt about the ending there, Anthony?
Wait, did we miss something?
No.
Well,
I felt we did, but
a little
we might
backwards. As soon as they blow up Kingpin, it actually went to. We already talked about it. It went to Yelena and Clint, and he whistles. That was the part.
Yeah,
we already talked about it. But,
I went fight by fight instead of going back.
It might as well just add it together. Yeah.
Before they went back to home for Christmas, didn't Echo hold him at gunpoint, Kingpin?
Oh wait,
yeah.
Before they go home for Christmas.
Yeah.
I sent that to you. I sent that to y'all in the chat.
I'm wondering, like, literally, could she have killed him and she's getting her own series? Or
Josh, the end sets up the Echo spinoff show. I don't think so. I think he's gonna be in her spinoff show. I want to ask you about that before I move forward. Actually, how do y'all, after seeing her, Anthony, you first actually seeing her in this show and seeing how it ended, are you excited for her spinoff show or no?
Not at all. She did nothing for me, and if it wasn't for it being a part of Marvel, I wouldn't even watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
You got the same way.
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
They always bringing us characters that we're not asking for.
I'm gonna watch.
That's what bothers me.
You know what they're doing? They know that cinematically they make unpopular characters popular. Guardians of the Galaxy, the Eternals, like they'll pull you in, but they're not hitting the home runs on these shows. Like the female Loki. Do you ever want to see her in another thing?
No, I don't want to see Sylvie. I didn't like Sylvie. I don't want to see Sylvie.
I feel like you can name these characters on the shows.
I know.
It's like they was okay, but you didn't. I don't need to be invested. So to answer your question, no. But I will watch it. But they hook, line, and sink you because everything is in the same universe. So you kind of feel like I kind of have to watch it. So
yeah. And I think Chris already asked. Do you think he's dead, Kingpin, or not? When she shot the shot at the end, Anthony.
No.
I think so either. E?
Like, come on now. You're not going to waste that. You're not going to pay somebody to be the same character that was in a different show because fans want it that bad, and then that was it.
I agree. Okay. So now we get to
a better Kingpin out of it.
Now we get to well, I remember E would know this. Echo did shoot him in her comic, and he wound up being blind for a while. After she shot him in the face and stuff like this. So I don't know if they're gonna do that story or not. So yeah. And like the whole Echo, her father thing is true. He did actually kill her father in the comic.
Yeah,
and then she did finally shoot him.
All that was accurate. All that was accurate, down to the shirt.
Yeah, down to the shirt. Yeah, the same shirt. But
I gotta read that run of Hawkeye comics.
However, in the comic, you see Echo spend all this time trying to get to him. Because again, he's got several layers for you to get to him. So that was like her whole run, and she finally shoots him in the face. This is kind of different how they did it. So I don't know what they're gonna do for her series the next time, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So it might be her trying to get to him, but it's probably gonna be different.
Well, she's gonna get to him again. Josh, I think Marvel does well.
Yeah, we addressed that in the first episode. That it's really cool that they have main characters with disabilities.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
All right, so Home
Can't
for
wait
Christmas.
to see Professor X.
How y'all felt about that scene, the Home for Christmas, we're bringing Kate home and stuff like that? And what do you think this means? You think he's gonna train her more at the house now, at the farm, or what do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, okay. I think she's gonna live there now.
Wow. Okay.
My one question is that this is it. This is my last question for this entire series. Who was Hawkeye's wife supposed to be?
Oh, that's easy. That's Mockingbird.
I'll get to that. Yeah, Mockingbird with the. I was gonna say with the watch, like how you felt about the watch. Yeah.
Yeah, the watch tells you it's Mockingbird.
So she does.
Yeah. Mockingbird was an agent.
Not anymore. She's retired apparently.
Yeah, she retired.
Oh yeah, okay. That was the whole watch thing, right? Yeah.
Right, which is stupid. It was a dumb MacGuffin because I'm like, yo, it should have been more to that watch. How you feel about that?
Yeah, bad MacGuffin.
Well, you don't know what the watch do.
That's true. But I thought it was
you don't know what to watch.
I was trying to like conceal her identity, basically.
Were they? So the Track Bros were trying to steal that watch as well? Is that what?
That's the only thing they was trying to get. That was the main thing they was trying.
I thought they were coming for the Ronin stuff.
No, they was going
they was trying to get that shield watch.
Yeah.
Pretty
but
sure
then they never explained why it was such a big thing, though.
Correct.
Because it's going to be in something else, guaranteed.
I don't think so. But Anthony, how you felt about them coming home for Christmas and then revealing the watch, bro?
I think the best thing about them coming home for Christmas was the seal the whole deal is him set the suit on fire.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
Yeah. And I love the fact that because remember everybody had these little what ifs like, oh, the wife's not in the show. She don't like what he did as Ronin. That girl told him, I will back you up on everything you do.
Laura knows everything, yo. She knows it all.
And she knows everything.
Yeah, they're good together.
If she's Mockingbird, it makes sense. And Mockingbird and Hawkeye was together in the comics too. So
yeah, they were beasts. Yeah, they're beasts.
And you know what else?
Really?
Yeah. They were together. Yeah. And you know what else this does? This makes Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. definitely not canon.
Not canon.
They're their own Mockingbird in there.
Yeah, I only made it through like 3 episodes of that.
Yeah, I couldn't do it either. I couldn't do it.
Just say this, and I said this once before. That actually ruined the shows for me. When that show came out, I was like, "Yo, they're gonna have a Marvel show," and I put stock into it. I started to watch, and I was like, "Man, this is
I did too."
And it just never went anywhere.
That was low budget as hell for real.
It was
right. Oh my god!
When that happened, and then I thought like maybe it'd connect, and it really didn't. And then when they start doing all the other shows, I was like, man, I would not spend. And
you know why that sucked? Because it's like kind of like the CW shows to me, because they got superpowered people on there, but it's low budget.
But they're not doing nothing.
Right. Daredevil works because it's street level anyway, so it's cool. But that's crazy.
But that's why I was mad about Luke.
Right. I agree. Yeah. And Josh said
his power set is too crazy.
Ways to feel close to this guy. I agree with that too.
100%, Josh. 100%.
I wish they didn't do Phil like that.
And that's it. Then my favorite part of the show, the musical at the end credit scene. No, I'm joking.
No, I was so pissed watching that shit.
I'll leave right now.
It was long as
I could do this all day.
It was the whole scene this time.
The whole
they played you the whole fucking thing at the end there.
Right. They played us the whole
You know what's
Nobody cared about that.
But then they marketed it as a gift from Marvel to us too. They were like, "Yeah, it was a fuck present."
Man, I kept thinking somebody gonna be inside the audience or something. I was like, "Yo, this is really."
I was looking for somebody.
Yeah,
I was waiting for somebody to turn into a scroll at the end and run off.
Not set up another show or movie or something like that. Like at the end, it was like really weird
I hate
to be that way. But
and I know Dave would have hated it too. Get better soon, Dave, please.
It's not a bad musical, don't get me wrong, but it's just like I wanted more. This from a guy who did musicals as a youngster.
Or none. More or none.
Allegedly,
yeah, my boy Mike.
I know you for 800 years now. I ain't hear you sing yet, so allegedly, I'm gonna say that.
Hey, remember when I was singing this shit back?
Yeah, you was singing.
I ain't trying to hear that.
I'm telling you,
singing, yo, I got so much backup for this, but you can't.
I don't care what.
You don't care.
If Josh, you still listening, I'm sure you agree with me. I ain't trying to hear nothing. You ain't saying nothing yet. So.
But that's like Mike telling people I rapped and battled and I ate. Everybody that raps in Trenton right now that is doing something, I destroyed on the mic.
Right.
but nobody will believe it because they ain't
I
been
still
around
need to
for
hear
that
some of
years.
your raps, bro.
Yeah, he was.
Here's the difference. All right.
I
I just met you. You could tell me whatever. It's cool. Hey, I believe you. Don't believe you. Whatever. But Mike, I had known for a very long time, and every time singing come up, I'm classically trained. I was in the
Bro, but you don't
opera.
understand. You're
He
not listening.
was.
Thank
Like,
you, but you're not listening. And hold on, let me say one thing. That's because I did it before, I mean I can do it now. I
Listen,
can't
Right.
sing no more.
hey, one
Right.
time Mike said, at 4 years old, I taught Frank Sinatra.
I never
Like
said
Mike
that.
had all this stuff.
Yeah.
But again, and because I did it before, I mean I can do it now.
I got you.
Right. And he did. He battled everybody, every party. He was smashing folks. I promise you.
Smashing them.
And I was the wingman. I was right there. Every single. I was like that.
Smashing them, yo.
Yeah.
The nigga, yo, you know the nigga who still won't admit the shit. Like he tried to like.
Yo, listen. Off topic. You follow U on Instagram? U got bars though, yo. Right now, like.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, I think he's trying to kiss
Look,
right
that
now,
boy. Look, niggas know, man.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it until I hear y'all do a.
I want to hear something.
R. Kelly. Until y'all do a Jay-Z R. Kelly album. I don't do it. Best of both worlds. If I don't get a best of both worlds free, I don't
R.
believe
Kelly
it.
for real.
Yo, me and Mike can pull that shit off. I'm telling you.
Hey, best of both worlds, part 3. Come on.
Yeah, take the hook, right?
Yo, that might be dope.
Josh, best of both worlds.
Make that shit happen, somebody. Make that shit happen.
We gotta do that, bro.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah, we're gonna make that happen, Mike.
And Anthony and Josh on the piano, right? We gotta give him to
Yeah, Josh.
Yo,
listen.
I want Josh on the interlude.
This show needs a theme song. This show needs a theme song.
Let's
go.
I've seen Josh on the piano, at least. Just saying. It's not, Josh didn't say, oh, back in the day I played
Hold on. Anthony, you also said you rapped back in the day and used to win battles too. Let's not forget that.
I did say that.
Oh, you did?
We heard you.
Where was you at?
I didn't say it like
Where was
y'all.
he at?
I ain't heard you rap either, by the way, Anthony.
Nobody asked me to.
Where was he?
I ain't going on about it.
I would love to have Anthony on the mic too, by the way. But anyway.
No, man, because Anthony's crazy, yo. Ant crazy.
I'll rip you. That's all I know.
You heard him eat?
Yo,
there you go.
You better rap like a Chris I used to know, rap like RZA and them to be trying to do this.
Oh my God, dude.
All I know is you'll catch, if you ain't never catch an L, you catch your first L from me, all right?
Oh my God. You about to make me dust myself off,
that's
man.
you know.
Yo, did TJ know about your old rapper E? Stuff like that?
Yo, she do. Yo, listen. My son went back to Trenton to visit his mom, and he was like, he calls me, he's like, Dad, why is everybody asking me, are you still rapping? Did you finally get signed yet? Did you do this? Did you do that? When were you rapping? And I was like, oh yeah, I used to rap back in the day. Yo, people are mad at me right now because I'm not signed. There's people from back in the day that's like, yo, why are you not in the music industry?
Did you write shit or just freestyle?
No, I can literally just get it off of here. Any beat you put on, I can get it right off of here.
Quick too. He was
Right?
good. But anyway,
I bet he was whack, yo. But anyway. Ain't nobody hear a track from E ever.
Oh man, you cracked me up, dude.
I know.
Singing in the
Ant funny as hell, man.
Bro.
Anyway, man.
Mike came over for breakfast at E's grandma's house, and he's like, no.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yo, I remember the one party, dude had like a stage and a microphone that had like he was up
yeah.
there, bro.
Matter of fact, wasn't we in Hamilton?
Yeah, it was a light up your house.
Yep. And somebody look, they made me rap. I didn't even want to rap. I just came there to go dance and see some.
Let's finish this thing because we're gonna have to
get
on Josh thing. But hold on, Stadia Pro. He said, I think this series was good, although I don't think they should have left Kingpin dead, being ambiguous.
I don't think he did.
Yeah,
I don't think he did either.
All right, let's rate this episode and rate the series, bro. Rate the finale, Chris. What would you give it, bro?
God, only because I liked it so much up until that very last episode. I'm gonna give it a 6.
The finale.
For the whole series, or just
No,
this
no,
finale?
Which is just
Yeah,
finale
6.
right now.
6.
Finale of 6. E.
I'll get a finale of 7 because it had like little instincts that I was looking for, and it gave me it.
And
I'm gonna give the finale a 7 also. It's
things
a
I look
shame that it didn't go. I felt it on par with the episode before. I didn't feel it did enough to get better. I think I agree with you with some of the nitpickings on who fought who. I mean, I think they did what they could, but for me, on the surface, it was showing that it was just a street level people. So
it was too rushed.
I'm sorry. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm going to agree with Chris and go with I'm going with a 7. He said 6, but I'm going to agree with Chris about the rushing. I felt like they left so many threads open that they had to close up from one last episode, so it made it rush a little bit. So I felt like that's what that was like. You had 3. Like, think about it.
Just one more episode would have been.
Crisco, pull up, Crisco.
Think about it. You had 3 fights going on at the same time, basically, in the episode, instead of like having them all have their own fight. So I feel like I'm gonna go with a 7 on that. How about the series? Same order, Chris. Would you give the series?
8.
And I'm sorry, 8. And series.
I'm gonna give it all together around. It kept me entertained. I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Okay, and
it was good. I felt like the fourth episode is starting to go down for me, even though they was adding a lot of action in the last 2 episodes. But combined with it being Christmas time, so it was trying to be too silly a little bit, it fell. So I think I'm gonna give it a 6.
Wow. And I'm gonna say something after I say this, and I'm gonna go with an 8 for the series as a whole. I really like the series, honestly. I think it had some slow parts, but I really did like the series. And I was into it. You know, the Christmas time thing didn't bother me because I think about like Die Hard was a Christmas movie, right? You know, back in the day. So I can go with the Christmas thing a little bit. So I'm gonna go with an 8 on that. So let's rank. Now what I was gonna say was I've watched a lot of different people rank, and even online rank the Marvel series so far, and everybody's order is different. It's amazing how people, what they like and what they're into can vary so much. Like it's not like one set thing, and I kind of love that a little bit. But
well, you got to think about it. It's just like the characters. Like we like all different characters because there's so many. It's a big world, universe.
Now you want to rank all the Disney Plus series?
Yeah.
Oh man.
What today?
Yeah, I'd have to think about this.
It's only been like 3 or 4, right?
It's been 5 now.
Loki.
Well, if you count What If, it's been 5.
Yeah, you gotta count
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, you gotta count What If. Yeah.
Wakanda or no? WandaVision.
Loki. WandaVision, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, and Hawkeye.
5. Yeah.
Okay,
oh no, What If
right.
too. Oh.
Yeah, 5. So you're not ready. Nobody can do that yet. Nobody can do that yet. If there's 5, you can't.
What If would probably be the top for me though, because I really liked What If.
Can anybody rank them? Size?
Yeah, I can rank them.
All right, go ahead.
In front of me,
like in my order, right?
Yeah, your order. Yeah.
All right. So again, I know y'all gonna get at me for this, but
your order.
My number 1 right now would still be Loki.
Okay.
My number 2 would be Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was my number 1 until I seen Loki with Kang and all that. But Falcon and Winter Soldier would be my number 2. My number 3 would be Hawkeye. I'd pick Hawkeye. Right. Then my number 4 would be damn, I forgot about What If. Ooh, What If goes before Hawkeye. So Hawkeye would be my number 4 then. All right. What If would be my and number 5 would be WandaVision.
Okay. Anthony, you ready it
up? Yeah, I just got to keep reminding me of which ones. I need to see them in front of me. But I think my number 1 is going to be Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think my number 2 is going to be What If. I think and then what I got? WandaVision, Hawkeye.
You got Wanda, Hawkeye,
and Loki.
And what? Yeah, Loki.
I guess which is gonna shock me, but I'm gonna put WandaVision there because of superpowers. I don't know. Loki was all right, but I wasn't that big into Loki. I think Loki was up and down for me. Loki's probably. I'm gonna put what we just seen, Hawkeye, and then Loki last.
Okay.
And Chris, you never went. Did you?
Okay, I got them all listed here, so I'm just gonna go what I think was the best. What If was number 1 for sure. Loki was number 2. Hawkeye would probably be 3. WandaVision would be 4, and Falcon and Winter Soldier would be my least favorite.
See how we all different? I love this. It's amazing.
Yeah, we're all different. Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy. And I'm going to go with. It's been tough for me, man. Thinking about this stuff like that, it's very, very tough. And I'm going in between WandaVision and Hawkeye as my number 1, actually. But I probably would go with. Man, it's tough.
Oh my God, WandaVision! Every time y'all say WandaVision,
the guy who asked us to rate them.
Monica Rambeau.
I know, but I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go. Monica Rambeau was tough, yeah. But I'm gonna go with actually I like Hawkeye. I like Hawkeye the best. Then I'm going WandaVision. Then
Damn, Hawkeye number 1, huh? Okay.
I'm gonna go. What If is number 3. I'm gonna go with Loki is 4 and Falcon Winter Soldier is 5 to me. Something like that. That's
so we're the same on Falcon and Winter Soldier.
My only reason with Falcon Winter Soldier was one thing: the villain was a teenage girl, and she was useless. That's my only thing. I don't. That's what that made me mad. Honestly, the whole time.
I'm going. Was she the villain?
No, she definitely was. Yeah,
and she definitely was.
I felt the villain was somebody else.
Well, what's that?
And she definitely wasn't useless because she'll probably beat all the villains in the other shows. But
right.
But at the end, she didn't know. She did nothing. Like at the end of the day,
I mean, because she was young, so she tried to do what she could do.
That's the point.
But the person that was the main villain, that was the main villain put her down like a dog.
Okay, yeah. He spent more time, Falcon, like talking. I don't think he ever even threw a punch at her. Like I feel like talking to her because she was a teenage girl. That kind of bothered me a lot.
So all right, well,
so we got Miss Marvel next, from what I understand.
I know that. Come on, Jersey.
That'll be this spring.
Yeah, we'll do that then. For us though, me and Anthony.
Wait. That's the next Marvel show?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, because that's right. It's not like they're gonna do it on top of the Star Wars show.
No.
Oh, and Stadia Pro chimed in. He said, I think Hawkeye was the most enjoyable for me for action, comedy, and character as far as this. That's right, Pro. I agree with you, bro. Thanks for chiming in.
It did have it all.
Yeah.
Really? Because I could have sworn Falcon and Winter Soldier had all
Happy
that
New
too.
Year.
What I seen with
Falcon and Winter Soldier had it all. For me, it wasn't as silly as what.
Right. That's what I really liked about it too. It had a body count.
Yeah.
What body count?
And bro, hold on.
Yo, he was dropping people out of the sky.
Let me say something. The first
he was killing them, bro.
Hold on, the first scene on Falcon and Winter
That's
Soldier.
The best scene. That's the best scene in the whole all series.
Every one of these shows could have been cut out of a Marvel movie. Period.
Right. Thank you.
That first scene had me psyched.
Was ridiculous.
And then it went downhill from there. I'm sorry, but again,
the trucks driving. Oh man, yeah. And I ain't gonna. It is what it is. We already covered it. It is what it is.
Yeah, it was fire.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and like you said, he got chipped by Backchop twice. He's supposed to be the hero. That bothered me too. Or whatever.
That's the only thing that bothered me.
Right. I know.
It's a classic hero. You take your L's, and then by the end of the show, you.
He never beat him. He never beat Backchop.
He's supposed to smack him with a vibrator.
He lost twice.
And put him down.
The problem. He never came back and won.
Listen, he came back and had that suit at the end. He was. And he had that suit. Then what would have happened?
The suit was official, yo. The suit was official. I guarantee the next suit gonna be better. But that suit was official.
Captain America 4, I feel like it'll be interesting. I'll put it like that.
It is, because I'm pretty sure we get to see Patriot do something now.
Yeah, but anyway,
Armor Wars is gonna be dope.
Guys, me and Anthony are doing a show in an hour with actually half hour now with Josh, and we're talking about the year in review for all the type of stuff, our predictions for next year. We're talking about everything a little bit: Hawkeye, Eternals, Blackwood, everything. And he said anybody will come on. Yeah, you're all invited. No, you can come on the show if you want to.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'll put the I'll put the link in our chat, stuff like that. So anybody's invited to come on if you want to. It starts at like 3:00, so we're gonna be on there.
Well, I know I'm gonna watch it at least.
Okay, yeah, we'll send you the YouTube to watch it and stuff like that. So for that, us here on Comic Cinema, Comic Cinema Crew, we're gonna do we're not leaving you guys forever. We're gonna do ranking our MCU movies now soon. So
next week will be a good episode.
Yeah, should be a good episode. We got nothing else going on. No more Marvel shows.
Whoa. Mike, tell him. You guys, every so often you do the Boba Fett, right?
Yeah, I'm not done. Yeah. I'm not on some content crew. Yeah, we're gonna do that in like a week or so. We'll plan that. We're gonna do Boba Fett now. Me, E, Chris, and probably guest starring Josh every week, every episode for the next 7 weeks. And then of course we got Morbius sometime next month to talk about as well. So thank everybody in the chat. Appreciate that, and
we appreciate y'all, man.
Every week. See you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
And we might have to throw out a BigMike LittleAnt.
We got to. We have to, bro. We need one.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, later.
Later.